right. What is up, everybody? OJ here. Welcome back to another OJ Live. We got a great show for you guys today, man. A lot of stuff to talk about. Gaming, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. Could there be a demo inbound? I did a video on it this morning. Where's my cell phone at? Hopefully you guys have been watching that. Demo on it this morning. Also, is there issues over there at CD Projekt Red? What's going on, man? Another delay for Cyberpunk 2077. We got Pikmin 3 launch week, so I'm going to be getting a review code for the game. Plus, I'll be having a preview for you guys this week as well. So a lot of stuff to talk about, man. Of course, you guys' questions, Q&A. Good stuff, man. Good stuff all around. So we should be getting to that in just a bit. So yeah, it seems like you guys are watching the video enough. And I mean, I'd like it to be better, but you know, not horrible. Not horrible by any means. So thank you guys so much for watching the video so far. Shout outs to Shamsar with the California! Like always, smash! The GOAT, Shamsa, the Hokage-S of the village. Thank you. Give me 1 second, guys. Thank you so much for the freaking donation. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Shamsa. I appreciate the $30, like always, every single day that I stream. Literally for like months, supporting the stream. Yo, I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much, Shamsa. We'll get you up on the top stream board with that $30 hollis. Thank you so much. How's the audio, guys? Audio sounding okay? Thank you so much, Shamsa. I do appreciate your support on the channel, like always. You guys give some love, respect, and emotes. I see some people putting the bars. Put the GOAT emotes in there. Let's go. Put the Shawl emotes in there. So thank you so much. Some other ninja news to get into before we get Shamsa's name on the board. Guys, we are one Elite Ninja away from finally getting back to the 310s. Let's go. We can do this, guys. One Elite Ninja away. We're trying to build our Elite Ninja hopefully to 400 by the end of the year. That might be tough, but I know if I shill enough, we can definitely do it. Yo, the Vendetta Against. Thank you so much for the 2 NZs. Appreciate your continued support on the channel as well. So, you guys become Elite Ninja. Hit that join button. Gets you into our Discord. Also gets into our game nights. We play Mario Kart, Clubhouse games, Super Smash Brothers. Splatoon 2's coming back very soon here. Among Us on Fridays. So, we got a lot of cool games that we do play. So please make sure you guys hit that Elite Ninja pledge if you haven't already done so. We got a cheap tier for you guys as well at $1.99. So we got that for you guys. So definitely become an Elite Ninja if you can. And you get emotes as well. My man Dank, if Dank is here, he is here. Show off those emotes that these sexy people get in the chat. All of you beautiful people out there. All of you lovely ninja waiting out there. Show them those emotes that you get. All right, so I think that is that. So become Elite Ninja. All right, now next up, yeah, video. Already talked about the video. Go watch it. Hyrule Warriors, Cyberpunk. I talked about it more in depth. Today is about you guys. Today is about what you guys think about the news with Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity, and Cyberpunk and Pikmin 3, because this show is about you guys. This show is about you guys. So let's go ahead and get into the shout outs here, and then we'll get into some of you guys' thoughts on what's going on here. So if you're here in the chat, you want me to say hi, feel free to say hi. We'll get our shout outs in, and then we'll get the show started. Like, officially started, I guess, right? With the actual news. All right, let's get Shamsa's name up on the board here. There we go, with the $30. Thank you so much, Shamsa. Thank you for the continued support. Really does mean a lot to me. All right, EV445, once again, Shamsa's here. Isonic. Alec Levine, what's up, man? Welcome. Yes, new Fire Emblem, or well, not new, but Fire Emblem coming out as well in December. Michael Regan, what's up, Michael? Welcome. Streamlabs is here. Shout out to my boy Streamlabs. Glenn the Frog, Gunslinger, what's good, Gunslinger? Welcome to the stream. Deluxe 4 Arms, what's up, man? Welcome. Mark Plot, what's up? Welcome. Dank me with those emotes. Yo, Chris Levi. What's up, Chris Levi with the tune-in tier pledge. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Becoming that 310. Welcome back. Wait a minute. Did you use this? Wait, that's a sock. Is that a sock account? That's a sock account because you're okay. That doesn't count. We needed somebody. We need a new Elite Ninja. I mean, shout outs for making a separate account to do that. Like, I appreciate you trying to help out, but we actually need like somebody else that's new though. Wait a minute, because you're already an Elite Ninja unless you defaulted on your other one, and then you're using that account, but then you lose your badge, what's it called, months. Because I know you've been on Elite Ninja for a while. So we need somebody new, but thank you, Chris. I do appreciate that. Thank you for the, Chris Levi. I do appreciate the Elite Ninja pledge. But we need somebody new that's not an Elite Ninja yet. That's a new member. Chris has already been here. But thank you. I appreciate the support, though, man. Hi there, Shamsa. Fairy Tiger, what's good, Fairy Tiger? Shout outs to Fairy Tiger, co-captain, the Viking Nation. How you doing today, man? I'm hoping my Dodgers win. I'm just hoping the Dodgers win today. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Los Angeles, and that'd be cool if the Lakers and the Dodgers won. Like, that's crazy. That hasn't happened in a long time where, like, both LA teams have won a title. So I just want, I don't want, I like the Mariners, but I mean, Dodgers would probably be like the other team that I want to win. Let's see here. Decepticon, what's good? Bead Queen, what is up? Dark, I don't know why Fairy Tiger's name reminded me of baseball. Fairy Tiger likes football and hockey. Likes American football and hockey, but yet for some reason Fairy Tiger's name reminded me of base, whatever. B Queen, what is good? Jonathan B, what is up, man? Welcome. Astral's off the chain. I'm on my phone. I'll fix it. Oh, it's all good. No, you don't have to, man. It's all good. Chris, we got you, homie. We got you. We got you. Let's see here. Michael, what's good, man? Welcome. Thank you. I appreciate your support, bro. I appreciate your support. Thank you. Let's see here. Notorious DMG, what's good? The Danny Osman, what's up? J2 Blue, what is good, guys? Dusty Sice. Let's see here. Gunslinger, Deluxe for Arms. Trap Lord Huey, what's up, Trap Lord? Welcome to the stream, man. Shout outs to the Pure Eyes in the chat. Yo, Pure Eyes, what's good? You guys know if you become an Elite Ninja, you stay long enough, you see those little white eyes by people, that's the Boruto Pure Eye right there, man. You want to get to that status. That's 2 years of Elite Ninja support. Doesn't matter what tier you are either. So shout outs to everybody that has the Pure Eye. Shout outs to the Renengans. Shout outs to the developing Sharingans that you guys got going there. Appreciate you guys' support. KBA Films, what's good? Dark Flame Owns, what's up, man? Welcome. ANJ Network, how's it going? Vizion, what is good? Philip, how's it going, Philip? Welcome to the stream. Mega Sasori, what is good? What is good, guys? Welcome. Decepticon, you have a Mankaku Sharingan, Decepticon. So you have a Mankaku Sharingan. Yours should, it'll develop into a Renengan at 1 year. At 1 year, Decepticon. 1 year. I think yours is over 6 months. I think that's when you get that. So yeah. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Nathan Drake? Welcome to the stream, man. Let's see here. Who did I miss? Vizion. Who did I miss? Hey, what's up, TH3? 2 Tampa teams could win it too. Are we talking to like Tampa teams as in like, what is that, like hockey or something like that? Or something else? Yo, Ranavir, what's up, man? Welcome. Been a while since I seen you in the stream, man. My boy Jarmo, what's good, dude? Crown Lotus, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Isabella Ruiz, what's good? Sorry that I missed you the first time. What's good? Welcome. Welcome. Party Man, the bodyguard. Tampa Bay Bucks. Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers for football. We're not even at the playoff. We're not even close to the playoffs yet, though. How do you know that Tampa Bay's even gonna? I mean, yeah, they're playing well, but that doesn't mean they're gonna make it to this. They're gonna win the Super Bowl this year. I mean, like, we got a long way to go for that. They got to make the playoffs first. Okay, yeah, the Tampa Bay Lightning won the Stanley Cup. Okay, there you go. Tampa Bay Lightning won the Stanley Cup. Okay. I knew it was like hockey. It had to be something that I don't follow. I'm like, what? The Tampa Bay Bucks? No. We're not. We gotta wait. That's jumping the gun there. That's jumping the gun a little bit. All right. All right, let's see here. Been good. I was visiting family. Also took some time off social media. Hey, there you go. You have to take time off social media, man. You have to take your time off that. Almost 6 months to my pure eye. Hey, there you go, Gunslinger. Yo, Patrick Courtney, what's up, man? Welcome. Yeah, Tampa Bay's got to make the playoffs. I mean, we don't know for sure. It's not. They are 5-2 right now. So I mean, like, yeah, it's probably. But if somebody says, "Oh yeah, Tampa Bay, they're going to be there," like, no, we got to wait and see. You know, we still got a lot of games to play. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could get hurt. You know, knock on wood, Tom Brady could get hurt, Gronk could get hurt. I mean, stuff happens all the time, man. I mean, so we gotta wait and see. Devin Rose, what's good, man? Welcome. Mocats, what's good? No, it's a delay for all the systems, actually. Please no false info in the chat, please, guys. All right. Lord Camo, what's good, man? Welcome. Ryan Razan, what's up, man? Gotta hop off the stream in 9 minutes. Well, you're not here for very long. Alonzo Vines, what's good, man? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Sofa King, what's good, man? Welcome. If you're joking around about something, like, make it clear that you're joking. Don't put it in caps. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do stuff like that, because then some people are aloof enough to actually take it and say what, and then rush to somewhere else and say something. In OJ's chat, they said this, and then it comes back to me. So that's the reason why I'm not a fan of that. Like, when you guys start doing stuff like that. Can't stay long ago, Jay. Forgive me about this random question. Feel free if you don't want to answer. Have you seen Dead Man Wonderland anime? I'd answer anything for you, Shamsa. Since you can't stay long. Dead Man Wonderland anime? I haven't. Is it really good? Gotta check it out. Gotta check it out. Haven't seen it. Is Dark Synchron here? What's up, Dark Synchron? Hey, Shamsa, can you send me, like, is it on, what's it on, Shamsa? Is it on, like, Netflix? Is it on Crunchyroll? What's it on? So I can check it out. So yeah. What's up, Alonzo? Welcome to the stream. I've heard it's really good. Okay, it's really good. All right, I'll have to check it out then. Dead Man Wonderland anime. Okay, the Dead Man Wonderland. Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah, DM me where it's at so I can check it out. If it's on Crunchyroll, I can watch it tonight. So yeah. All right. So let's go and let's get into the first bit of news here, guys. It's Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. So rumor has it that Nintendo will be announcing a Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity demo fairly soon here. Now, the reason why this has become a thing, right, guys, is because this leak comes from Nintendo of Korea. And the leak from Nintendo of Korea, they accurately leaked or accidentally leaked Fire Emblem, Shadow Dragon, and the Blade of Light early, and then took it down. So they accidentally did the same thing here again with the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity demo. And apparently there's going to be a new trailer. And it does seem like the demo, it's going to transfer over your save data to the full game. Now, if you watch my video today, which you should have watched my video today. Let me put on my beads, boys and girls. You should have watched my video today. So if you watched it, then you'll know that Nintendo's had a pretty good run with some of the lesser known games. I mean, I know it's a big, like, Zelda's like a big franchise game, right? But like a lot of these games, like for example, even like Persona 5 Scramble, you know, had a demo that you can transfer over. But like, you know, Bravely Default, Octopath Traveler, you know, these type of games that Nintendo's doing collaborations and stuff. Dragon Quest XI S Definitive Edition that had a demo as well. So like, and to where you can transfer it over to the main game. I always like when they do that. Like, a demo's cool, but if you can transfer it over to the main game, that's even better at maybe potentially getting more people to check it out. Now, I'm already gonna buy I'm already buying it, you know, so I already know I'm gonna buy it. But the fact that we can transfer it over, that would be even better, because then like you can just start playing, like you can like level up, you can do like whatever you want, like Dragon Quest XI S, you know. So that was one bit of news, and then the other bit of news was that King Rome looks like he's gonna be playable in the game, you know. All right, I got it, Shamsa. Got it. Thank you for that. I'll check it out. I'll check it out tonight. Before I go to bed. I'll check out a couple episodes. So yeah. So it looks like that's gonna be happening with the demo, maybe. And then King Rome being playable. I mean, they show his sword. Nintendo profiled him on Twitter. I mean, it seems like he's gonna be a playable character, almost kind of like how Ganon was playable. You know, it's like, oh snap, Ganon's playable in Hyrule Warriors. I think they're gonna have King Rome, but it seems like he has major story points in there too. So I'm excited to kind of see how they, how they put King Rome and his story and what happens to him, because obviously, he dies. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens and like how his soul stays captured in Hyrule, right? Because you see him in Breath of the Wild, so it's going to be interesting to see exactly how he dies and like what goes on there, So yeah, good stuff. Will the demo get data mined though if it happens? There'd have to be something for Nintendo to data mine first, so the demo might not be up on the eShop. It's not about it being already on. Data mining happens when Nintendo puts something on there. If Nintendo hasn't put anything on there, but they're planning a demo and they'll release it when they feel like it, that's one thing, But there's no, you can't data mine anything when it's not there yet, It's not like data mining. It's like, oh, we're just gonna leave it there forever. There's got to be actual trace of it. There is nothing yet. Where this news comes from, if you didn't watch my video, it comes from Nintendo of Korea literally saying there's gonna be a demo. Like that's where this comes from. It comes from literally Nintendo of Korea saying, hey guys, there's gonna be a demo for Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity soon. And then oops, our bad, they did the same thing with Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon. Like, we didn't know about Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh snap, hey guys, Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon's coming back. And they're like, oh snap, it was too early. And then they took it down. So like the same thing happened here. Nintendo Korea getting kind of falling asleep at the wheel, or people not understanding time zones, that the people that work for Nintendo of Korea, they're trying to schedule posts and they mess up. That's why people think it could be soon. So yeah. Let's see what you guys think here. You guys can tag me at PlayerEssence, hashtag PlayerEssence, just PlayerEssence there. He says Pikmin isn't hype. Well, to other people, it is hype. From what we understand, or from what I've played, and from the reviews of the game, it's a really good game. It's a 88, I think, on Metacritic, 80 something plus. So for people, it will be hype. But if you don't think it is, that's fine. But that's stupid to come inside a stream and say I don't think it's hype, because I just don't think it's like, dude, not everything's meant for you. That's dumb. For other people, it is. It's a really good game. Master Dragon with the host, appreciate that. Also, shout outs to okay, well, hold up, I already got that. King Rome probably a dual wielder. Well, in the wait a minute, a dual wielder? No, because in the what's it called? It just shows him holding one sword. So yeah, I can't wait for Age of Calamity and replaying Breath of the Wild. Hey, there you go, Devin. Do you think it will be a timed demo, or will have a beginning to end? A timed demo sounds like it would make sense with this kind of game. Thoughts? A timed demo? Why would it make sense for a timed demo? That doesn't, like, why? How does that make sense? Let me know, Toast and Turtle. Why would the demo be timed? If you're going to transfer over the save data, why would it be timed? If King Rome is playable, then I see it happening near the end of the game in a segment before he dies. I mean, it could be that. And then you unlock him, and then once you unlock him, you can go back and play. That's how Hyrule Warriors games, or just Warriors games in general, work. You don't get everybody at the beginning. You go through the game and like you unlock characters as you go along, and then you can go back and play those levels that with those other characters that you have in the game. So yeah, absolutely. The translation from Nintendo Korea says scheduled to release tomorrow. Yes, it does, but I want to make sure that I don't necessarily kind of lead you guys to think. That's why I said soon, because there could be lost in translation type of thing, right? Like, that's the only problem that, like, maybe that I'm having with that. So, I mean, if it is tomorrow, that's great, but that seems like, that seems like out of nowhere. So I want to make sure that I hold back, on that one. I mean, if it is tomorrow, though, we know what we're doing tomorrow, right? Like, if the demo is tomorrow, we playing that ish all day tomorrow, Hey, what's up, Woody Will? Yeah, we'll talk about Cyberpunk in just a bit. Jack C says, is he holding a claymore with one hand? Well, I mean, if you looked at did you watch my video, Jax? I mean, did you see any of the footage? I mean, or not the footage, but did you see he's holding it down like this? I mean, what does it matter if he's holding it with one hand or not? Like, let's see here. This whole game be from out of nowhere, to be fair. That's true. You're right about that, TH3. You're right about that. This game did come out of nowhere, so if there was a demo out of nowhere, it wouldn't surprise me too much, right? And like I said, very similar to the Fire Emblem leak, it was announced the next day, okay? So the Fire Emblem leak happened. I remember waking up and I think my girl Retro Alley, she was like, hey, Nintendo of Korea leaked Fire Emblem. And I was like, what? And then I'm looking through and I'm like, okay, it seems like Nintendo Korea did leak Fire Emblem, whatever. We'll see if it happens. And then the next day, Fire Emblem happened. Like the next day or two, Fire. So, I mean, it could be, yeah, this leak came up. It could be tomorrow. You never know. Nintendo could just revise that. So yeah, man, we'll see. I was just listening, not looking at my phone at the time. Okay, so basically, Jax, what's going on here is that he's holding it down with two, but I think he's going to wield it with one hand. I don't think he's going to wield it with two, but we're going to have to wait and see. All right, Mr. Jax. Let's see. I hope he's playable. Playing as old people in video games is always cool. He's not old. He's just, he's mature. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference. He's not old. Let's see here. Toasted Turtle says, we don't know for sure if save data will transfer, right? Once again, this is all part of the rumor, Toasted Turtle. Like, this is not... First of all, one, the demo isn't confirmed. All right? Two, every single bit of information that I talked to you guys right now was based off of what they said in Nintendo of Korea. It's not like, oh, is it confirmed that their save data is going to transfer? It's not confirmed there's going to be a demo from Nintendo of America or Nintendo of Japan. So there's no reason to say, is it confirmed that there's going to be, not sure if they say that. Dude, it's all part of the leak or all part of the accidental post. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all part of the accidental post, you know? So it's not like, are we for sure if it's going to transfer now? We don't know if we got to wait and see if there's even going to be a demo in the first place. However, all of the information that I'm giving you guys in terms of this rumor all came from the same source. Okay, guys? Same source on that. So it's not that we don't know if the save data will transfer. Dude, we don't know if there's 100% going to be even a demo in the first place. In your mind, you've already confirmed the demo, okay? So, oh my gosh. Let's see. Okay, he's in his prime at least. Maybe he's a little past his prime. Let's see. Good looking out. My bad experience players. I would be dope if I get a demo progress that counts towards the game. I love those demos. I hope we get this soon. Yeah, I hope so. 16-bit hero. We're talking about Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Then we're gonna be talking about Pikmin 3. He's not old. He's finally aged. Yeah, he's like wine. You know what I'm saying? Like, he aged like fine wine. You know, you got to make sure that you let the wine just sit there for a while. You can't just buy wine right when it comes out of the place and then drink it. You gotta let it sit for a few years. You know what I'm saying? For a number of years, maybe even for longer. And then you open it up and bam, it's ready to go. You know, ready to go. Well, in recent Warriors games, Koei Tecmo likes to have NPCs becoming playable via DLC. So, yeah, but that's recent Warriors games where there's a large cast of characters. This one's a little bit different because it is a mainline game. You know what I'm saying? If you look at, like, let's say, Persona 5 Scramble, they didn't have all that, right? So, you can't really relate it to exactly other Warriors games in terms of how they did DLC because the cast was so big, right? This seems like the cast is going to be a lot smaller and it's a mainline game. Not saying that there won't be DLC, but it doesn't seem, if Nintendo's already showing pictures of King Rome and there's already been other, like, it seems like he's already going to be in the base. Usually with Warriors games, they don't show DLC before the game comes out. They announce DLC as they go along once the game launches. So if you want to relate it back to what they've done before, I don't recall them showing off DLC characters before the actual base game launched. So yeah, you have to keep that in mind. And Persona 5 Scramble didn't do that at all. So, you know, with the mainline type of, you know, this is kind of a new era with Koei Tecmo and what they're doing, because before it just used to be spin-offs, but now they're actually doing mainline games of these franchises that they're doing. So it's a little bit different, you know. All right. No problem, Sham. So we started up later than we should have started today. So I'm sorry about that. You have a nice night, Shamsa. I will try to see if I can start up sooner or earlier. It's just that my damn 3-hour runs, like, Shamsa, real quick before you go, I can see, like, the finish line. I'm less than 10 pounds away from my goal weight. So now that I've bumped up every single day, I'm running for 3 hours plus. just so I can get to 175 and be done with these long runs, you know? So sorry, we started a little bit late, and then I had to get the video out this morning, so I'm sorry. So all right, but shout out, Shamsa. We'll see you tomorrow. All right. Let's see here. Thank you, Mr. Prayer. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see here. Yeah, Warriors Game show after release. This is from a Warriors fan. Okay, yeah. They show DLC after the release, so if King Rome is DLC or anything like that, they wouldn't be showing it before. I mean, it's very much possible, but the roster's looking pretty slim right now, guys. Like, you know, with Hyrule Warriors, they showed off a lot of characters fairly soon because, like, okay, this is going to be a collaboration of all these different characters. With this one, it's like about to launch, you know, next month. And they haven't really shown too much. It's not like they're revealing one character a week or anything like that. They're not revealing anybody. I mean, all they really revealed since we saw it was Young Impa, and that was it. Young Impa and maybe King Rome. So, I mean, I'd be a little like, okay, hold up here. If all you have is the champions in Zelda, and then like King Rome is DLC, that'd be like whack. I think that would definitely be whack. He would have to be a playable character since there's seems to be a little bit of a lack of characters in this game, you know, which is fine if they're gonna up. It seems like they're upping the content in this game when it comes to story, when it comes to combat, when it comes to what you can do. There's already more variety that I can see from Hyrule Warriors, just based off of what we've already seen so far with some of the weapons and what they're doing. So I'm fine with that, you know, if they add more depth into each character and not have like a roster of 20 or 30 characters, because it doesn't seem like it's gonna be that way, you know. I already do eat less calories, Mocats. Once again, guys, none of you guys, okay, listen, one more time for this, guys. Whenever I mention anything to do with my diet or my exercise plan, I need no help from you guys. Let me just go out and say this, because a lot of you guys try to sit here and try to say things to me about my diet or my health, okay? Listen to me. I went to school and spent 20 grand on a useless bachelor's degree in kinesiology, okay? I sat in classrooms and studied the body and studied all of that stuff for years. Okay, I know my body in and out, and I don't need help from any of you guys on my diet or my exercise. And that will be the last time that I address any of you guys on this, okay? All right? And I was a certified personal trainer for years, okay? Years. So do not give me, I do not need any advice or any tips from any blank avatars or people in the chat on diet or exercise. Last time. All right, because a lot of you guys like to sit there, repeat people, by the way, and I would say, guys, I don't need any help. I'm good. I know what I'm doing. And the same people will try to say stuff to me. All right, so enough, okay? Enough. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm losing weight the way that I want to, at the speed that I want to. I consume the calories that I want to, as much or as little that I want to. I know how to create a deficit. I know how to take care of my body. I know how to make sure that I get enough rest. I know all these things. I do not need help from you guys. Goodness gracious. Are you sick and tired of people backseating? Yeah, I'm tired of people backseating my weight loss, dude. It's like, yo, listen, guys. I'm losing weight, one, because it's healthy for me, and two, because I needed to. I'm 5'9", I'm about 183, 184 pounds right now. I want to get to 175, and then I'm good. The reason why I'm exercising so much and I'm having less calories is so I can get there fast, okay? That's really it, okay? I know what I'm doing. I take all my vitamins and nutrients. I eat extremely healthy, and the reason why that I'm losing so much weight so fast is because I'm running so much, and I'm creating a calorie deficit with the diet as well, okay? So there's no need to say, hey, why don't you just put your diet? Dude, that's not the point. That's not the point, guys. I know what I'm doing. I don't understand how somebody's backseating somebody with a damn bachelor's degree in kinesiology on health when I'm effective at losing weight on my own. Like, why am I being backseated? Anytime that I mention health, I mention me running or I mention something, somebody's got to throw something in there. I know what I'm doing. Oh my gosh, dude. If you shave all the hair off your body, that'd make you drop a few more pounds. Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. What's up, BC? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Ando Man? What's good? Welcome. What's good, Victor? No, the fires are fine. They're not around where I'm at. Barefoot Wife, what's good, man? Welcome to the stream. All right, so let's keep it going here. Backseat dieting, backseat workouts. Kazoka becoming the stream boss. Let's go. Knockout from Kazoka. Let's get it. Let's go. Kazoka with that $10 JoJo donation. And he says, regarding Hyrule Warriors, let's not forget the dark mage looking guy in Yiga Commander with the dual swords. They may also be playable. Yes, you're right about that. Yes, those guys could end up being playable, unlockable characters too. Let's not forget about them. Definitely something to talk about. Maybe in another Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity update video. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I feel you on that one, man. I feel you on that one. Absolutely. So yeah. What do you guys think? I think those two should definitely be playable as well. Definitely should be playable as well. Okay. I'm timing anybody out that wants to continue this. I'm timing it. I don't care if you're joking or not. I'm timing out anybody that wants to. It's no longer funny. I'm timing out anybody that wants to continue. It's no longer funny. Back to Hyrule. Do you think, but yo, Kazoka, thank you so much for the $10. You guys give some love, respect. I saw no emotes to Kazoka for the freaking $10 donation. Let's go, guys. Give this man some love to Kazoka. Let's go. Thank you for the $10 though. I appreciate that, man. Absolutely. I'd love to see those two playable. Back to Hyrule. Do you think Ghost King will be playable? Ghost King? Probably not. Probably not. They'll probably just keep it with the regular King role. Probably just keep it with the regular King role. Hey, there you go. There's some JoJo's in there. There's some JoJo's in there. Let's go. Do you recommend Age of Calamity for someone who just plays JRPGs, Xenoblade style games? Oh, absolutely, yeah. Did you play Breath of the Wild? Play Breath of the Wild. So if you play, I recommend Age of Calamity to anybody who's played Breath of the Wild. If you've played Breath of the Wild and like that game, I recommend Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Even if you don't like the gameplay, you gotta know the story. I recommend it. Walk with some spice. A little bit. Bruh, I'm not sitting here with you guys. You know what I'm saying? Now listen, if you guys want health tips and ask me a question, okay, I'll be more than happy to answer it. But I ain't getting any more health tips or any more advice from anybody here in the chat. You know what I'm saying? There will no longer. Especially non-elite ninja. If you're not an elite ninja and you sitting here and backseat healthing me, you know what I'm saying? Backseat dieting me. No, that's an instant. Now, if you're an elite ninja, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I might let it slide. Okay. Or if you're like round table, okay, whatever. But if you're not an elite ninja and you sitting here backseating me, nah, bruh. Nah. When I've already explained this a million times. Let's see here. He says, what's an elite ninja? I'm old. An elite ninja is somebody that has a badge by their name. So it's basically like a Twitch sub, for example, right? So like you sponsor the channel. It's like $2, $5, $10 a month. I think I have like a 20 or something like that. Or like I think I have like a 52 or something. So whatever tier that you want to go. And then you can become an elite ninja. Get you emotes, get you access to our Discord, get you to play games against me, get you on my friends list, all that good stuff. So think Twitch sub. Think like a Twitch subscriber. I ain't taking none of you guys' advice. Because I don't see none of you guys, so you guys are just avatars in the chat. You guys are just, some of y'all blank avatars, some of y'all got just pictures. I have no idea how you guys look, so why would I take advice from somebody that I don't even see how they look when it comes to it. Alright, let's see here. Let's see how, I'm not answering any questions on the Persona 5 Royal. Let's see here. 350 people, 350 giving health advice. Oh, people be at 350 giving health advice. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Morris Prince says, if you lose weight, will you still be able to beat up Spunkass? John, I can beat up anybody my size or bigger. Anybody up to about maybe, I think probably about 220 would probably be before. If somebody's just, let's just say same skill as me, I'm pretty confident with anybody 220 or 220 or down, you know? So John's in that, me and John are about the same size. He's like a little bit taller than me. So yeah, yeah, of course. But like I said, I'm a martial artist. You know, none of these guys, that's not an accomplishment. Fighting somebody who doesn't fight. John doesn't fight. He never, I don't think he's not a fighting type of person. So that's not anything like, oh my gosh, oh, I can fight, beat up him. Who cares? If I could, oh well. That's not an accomplishment. Not saying that he can't fight, because I don't know. But that's not, I mean, like, I wouldn't see that as something like, okay, oh, I got a notch on my belt. You know, like I said, I was in martial arts for freaking decades, you know? Let's see here. Why would Sidon be playable? He wasn't even born yet. We don't know if he'll be playable or not. Let's see here. So yeah. I'm not getting into any what ifs about stuff, guys. So enough. Especially you non-elite ninja asking me what ifs. Become an elite ninja, then maybe I'll do more what ifs. Let's see. Oh, I was just making a jab, man. I know you were. And I was just making a jab, too. I was just making a little jab as well. Alright. So, no, Zoras don't age regularly. Zoras live longer than humans. Alright. I think Zoras can live like hundreds of years. They can live a long time. Alright. So, let's go ahead and get into the next topic, Pikmin 3. Guys, there is a demo up for Pikmin 3. So if you guys want to download the demo, you can. That does transfer over to the main game. Also, another thing, guys, with Pikmin 3 is that obviously it's coming out this week. It's coming out Friday with the game. I will get a review code for it, so we will be streaming the game as well. So I'm looking forward to going back into it and getting bodied in that game, or hopefully I need TH3 here or something like that. So we will be streaming Pikmin 3 on launch day. I will definitely allow you guys to let me, like, tell me stuff in that game. And in that game, this will be a unique opportunity for you guys to backseat game every now and then. Like, if I don't know something, I'm asking you guys, all right? So yeah, it'll be a night stream. It'll be a night stream, TH3, so you can make it, because I know you're at, I want you to be there, because you're a huge Pikmin fan. So, you guys can definitely help me out with that game, all right? You guys can definitely help me out with the game. So it's coming out this Friday. You guys, I'll be streaming the game. Also, we've got another game that I wanted to mention, hype, Oceanhorn 2. We got Oceanhorn 2 coming out tomorrow or tonight. Tomorrow, tonight, something depends on where you live, right? It depends on when they update the eShop. So Oceanhorn 2 is coming out. This is like a Zelda clone type of game. So that should be fun. We're gonna play that tomorrow probably. So got some pretty cool games coming out, man. Got some pretty cool games. Got some hype going on with that. So some fun games coming. So it should be fun on the channel. Also, I have a special event. I can't tell you guys exactly what's going down, but there will be a special event that I'll be participating in. You know what I'm saying? Gaming event. I'll tell you guys once we get closer to it, once we finalize the details, but you guys are going to like this. It's going to be pretty cool. This is the first that I've ever done anything like this, but it's going to be fun. So you guys get ready for that. You guys get ready for that. Special gaming event that I'll be participating in. It's not a Black Keely thing or one of my own unique original things. It's something with other people. It's like an event, so it should be fun. Details will come later, but yeah, more gaming. Basically what I'm trying to say is that there's going to be a lot of cool gaming stuff. Like this is the great part of the year where there's so many cool games to play. Pretty much every week there's something to play. Every week there's some type of event or there's something happening because it's the end of the year. You know, you got TGAs coming up. You've got the big games for November. You've got new consoles. We're going to be streaming. We're going to be having super fun with the new consoles. I can't wait till I get my Xbox and my PlayStation in. You know, the PS5 previews went up today. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff, man. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. I would talk more about the PS5 previews, but I mean, it's just people saying, look at the system here, and here's the USB ports and adaptive triggers and HD rumble, essentially. It's just, I mean, Astro's Playroom. I mean, it's cool, but we gotta wait. I want to actually get my own personal thoughts on this new system once it comes out. I'm gonna do my own coverage and tell you guys how I feel about it, because I'm excited to kind of just get my own thoughts, you know, and play the system, you know, myself. I'm hyped for myself. I'm not hyped for other people telling me what they like or dislike or whatever the case is. Like, I tried that nonsense with the Switch. People were saying something affecting my opinion before, and I ain't gonna do that until I get my own hands on it. I'm gonna make my own decision, but I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. What's up, Jumpmon? You missed us talking about Pikmin 3, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. So yeah, you can scroll back if you want. No, it's not Among Us. So yeah, man. I'm buying Pikmin 3 Deluxe, and I'm one of the only 12 people who had it on U. The Wii U version actually sold over 1 million. That's the funny thing. The Wii U version actually sold about 1 million. About 1 million for the Wii U version. So yeah, it wasn't a big seller by any means, but it's still a little bit. Still a little bit, you know. If you need tips with Pikmin though, I'll try to help out when needed. I mean, I might just ask like, yo, like, what's the best way to do this? Blah, 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 you know, like, whatever. I'm just gonna be chilling and playing it. Like, I'm not gonna be, like, hardcore or nothing, you know? So, we'll see that night. Unless some of you guys are being annoying and, like, just trying to, like, press, like, this button to move or press the analog stick to move up. Then I'll be like, all right, y'all need to chill. Like, I've already played the game, you know? Some of y'all be getting annoying with your backseating. Let's see here. Brack Sama, yo, thank you. I'm glad that you like the music, bro. Let's see. Wasn't Pikmin 3 the best-selling game of the franchise despite being a Wii U game? I don't think it was. I don't recall Nintendo claiming that. I think Pikmin 1 or 2 is still the best-selling one, but I don't think Nintendo ever stated what is the best-selling one. OJ, how much do you project Pikmin 3 to sell on Switch? Usually every single re-release sells better than what it did on the Wii U. So I'm projecting somewhere between 2 and 3 million units for Pikmin 3, and that's a low projection. It could do better, but I'm predicting a little bit lower than what some of the other ones. But I'm predicting kind of like how Donkey Kong was, or kind of like how I think it's gonna sell about 2 to 3. Pikmin 1 sold the most. All right, there you go. Pikmin 1. Pikmin 1. Wait, did Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze Port sell on Switch? A game deserved to sell 10 million? Wait, who said anything? First, wait a minute, hold up. Who said anything about 10 million? I don't know why you brought up 10, deserved to sell 10. Nobody said Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze sold 10 million. Okay? What I said is that it sold more than it sold on the Wii U. I don't know, what do you... Artisan, you just made up your own facts, or you just made up your own thing. Nobody said anything about 10 million. What? A game that deserved it. Okay, sell on Switch. A game that deserved to sell 10 million. Okay, so you injected your own comment into there. Okay, I get it. Yeah, it sold better than it sold on the Wii U, but Nintendo hasn't updated the sales. The last time that I remember them saying, I think it sold like 2.3 million or something like that, 2.4 million, but that was a long time ago. I have no idea where it's at now. And then with eShop sales and all that, who knows where it's at. So Nintendo hasn't updated in a long time. Ultra spicy mode for Pikmin 3? No, probably not. I'm not a Pikmin expert or anything like that, so I don't really feel like playing ultra spicy mode. I don't really feel like it. So yeah. I'm not talking about Persona and versus Shin Megami Tensei right now. We're not doing random Q&A. Once we get there, Gmon, we'll talk about it once we get to random Q&A. But right now we're talking about Pikmin, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity, and Cyberpunk if you want to talk about that. So once we get to random Q&A, I'll answer your questions or I'll do all that. But yeah, we're not talking about that right now. All right, so let's go and let's get into the next topic here, guys, and that is Cyberpunk 2077. We've got another delay. How many times has this game been delayed? So John said this on Twitter, but even after I saw this post on Twitter, I talked about it in my video if you watched today. The management at CD Projekt Red, there's some issues. There's some issues because you can't consistently say it's going to be ready here and then it's not. It's going to be ready here and then it's not. It's gonna be ready here, and then it's not. And then you give like an exact release date. You say, oh, it's gonna launch this day, this day, this day. Like if you want to say, hey, it's gonna launch in the fall, sometime in that area. You know, that's like the Nintendo type of delay. It's gonna be sometime in that area. But they're out here giving exact dates for stuff, and then they're not even close. So like the management, that's a problem. If you've misfired that much, that's a problem. Or there's too much pressure from the, you know, from their publishers and from who helps funding the game, or like Keanu Reeves. I don't know. Just because like I don't have a problem because there's already a lot of games in November. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, that's gonna be enough for me for November. I'm good, you know. But like the fact that you've delayed this game 3 times in 1 year, that's, or 2 or 3 times in 1 year. I mean, it just seems a bit much. It seems a bit much, you know, to where there's management issues. Exactly. You can't tweet out no more delays then joke about it. I mean, yeah, like the problem, man. More delays in the ice cream machines? Yeah, bro. No, the reason why ice cream machines at McDonald's are broken, it's not because the actual machine breaks, it's that the people freaking forget to clean them. Because it's McDonald's. You know how I know this? I used to work there. Cyberpunk, we getting cyberpunked as fans? I mean, if you let yourself get cyberpunked, that's fine. I'm not. I never really believed them fully when they said that it was going to be that date anyway. I was always like, well, we'll see, you know? Let's see here. Does Cyberpunk hold the record for the most delays? Probably not. That's probably like Final Fantasy 15. Because that game got delayed by like, that game was like 10-year development, dude. That game was like 10-year development, man, you know? So yeah. Cyberpunk definitely has too much pressure from stakeholders. Yeah, I mean, or stockholders. It does, because it's like why would you be giving dates? Because you want to give the shareholders dates, the publishers dates. You want to give everybody dates, right? And it's not ready because they feel more confident with the date, and you're giving them, and you're not ready, you know? So I mean, management, too expensive, 8 years of development. I mean, there's so much writing on this game, you know? So much writing on this game. Let's see here. You probably have people that actually clean the machine like they're supposed to. Zoob says, the way I see it, CD Projekt Red had a choice between a broken launch, B stressful casualties, or C delay. They hold up. Did they not make the right choice? They made the right choice. I'm talking about the management and saying it's going to be ready this day, and then it's not ready. It's going to be ready this day, then it's not ready. It's going to be ready this day, then it's not ready. That's a management problem. Not that the game was delayed in the first place. If they would have accurately assessed what they needed to do beforehand, then we wouldn't have had this issue in the first place. Now, if the last time the game got delayed and said, hey, we're delaying the game till fall/winter, we'll have a date for you when it's ready, or when we can say, then that's a whole different scenario. Then you're not pressured on a certain date, right? But they wanted to hit the Black Friday, holiday sales shopping. They wanted to hit that, so therefore they gave them a date, and they knew in the back of their mind that it wasn't ready, you know? So it's not about the options they had. It's about, one, being dishonest with yourself, because if they weren't going to be able to hit that date after delaying the game multiple times, that is project management. Are any of you guys here project managers? Any of you guys here project managers? So if you're a project manager, or if you've been in charge of a project, you have dates that they say, hey, like, when are we going to be able to get this? And if you delay things multiple times, they're going to look at you like you're a bad project manager, because you're supposed to assess with your team how long it takes and what it's going to do and what you need. And you have this company giving you money and giving you money and giving you money, and you keep on saying, oh, no, it's not ready this time. No, that is bad project management. You would get fired. Mr. Giovanna, he says he's a project manager. You would get fired if you constantly move dates. And I'm not mad at, by the way, I'm not mad at CD Projekt Red. I'm simply talking as somebody who's worked with project managers before. I've seen guys get fired or not rehired after they're done with projects because they completely jacked up the dates and they don't know what they didn't accurately assess their manpower, what they're going to be able to do, the time it took, all of that, you know? But, you know, so that's the thing. He says, yeah, they'll get fired easily. Yeah, exactly. They will be fired easily. That's what I'm saying. So I think that's the problem. Now, I'm not advocating for the people that own CD Projekt Red to be fired because, one, they can't be because it's their own company. CD Projekt Red, you know, they can't fire themselves. So yeah, I'm not advocating for them to step down or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, yo, like, you got to call management for management issues, you know, like, this is definitely a management problem with this here. I mean, we heard about the whole crunch. So does this increase their crunch time? So now is there an extra month of crunch? You know, at first it was like, okay, fine, there's like 1 month of crunch or whatever. So now is there multiple months of crunch at this point? You know, they didn't clarify that. You know, they did not clarify that. So that's also another issue. So, you know, we'll see. We will see. Have you seen the script size for Cyberpunk? I have seen it. It's massive. I'll wait to purchase Cyberpunk 2077 until the Game of the Year edition drops with all the DLC. Yeah, that might be something. I feel like it could be delayed till 2021 at this rate. It could be, but I think the biggest problem that they're dealing with is last gen and current gen. That's the biggest problem. If they didn't have to launch on last gen systems, I think this game would have been done, you know? But that, once again, they didn't. Or if it was only launching on last gen, you know, like, I think that's one of the biggest problems, you know. The biggest problem is that it's like they're trying to get everything aligned and, you know, it's just not working out the way that they want to work it out, you know. I work in software development for a telecoms corporation. Soft spoken, yes men are usually responsible for unrealistic due dates, poor project management. Yeah, exactly. NES Quest, there's poor project management. Which, by the way, that's fine. I'm not perfect either. I have days where I'm like, yo, I'm gonna start at this time, and then I didn't accurately assess. So I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not sitting here and acting like I'm above them. They're probably better at me at project management too. You know, that's why they're in the position that they're in. You know, I'm doing what I'm doing where I can kind of just go on my own, you know, beat. So I'm not perfect. So let's not just sit there and crap all over them. I think that the game is going to be good. And if they have to delay the game, whatever they have to delay the game, like, I'm still buying it. I still think it's going to be fantastic. I'm just saying, like, yo, like, I wonder what's happening to the employees right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, with this extra time that they have to sit there and develop, you know? Let's see here. You think they're going to delay the PC version? No, I think everything's going to come out at the same time. Let's see. Does Keanu Reeves say, I'm back? Maybe. Let's see. Imagine Cyberpunk was delayed for something big like the Game Award. Something big like the Game Award? Well, that would... Why would it be delayed for something big like the Game Awards? Because now it takes them out of the Game of the Year discussion. Completely out of it, right? Because it doesn't launch till December 10th, and the Game Awards is early December. So yeah. Delaying right after promising not too shady. Yeah, it's a bit shady. Yeah, it's a bit shady. They might have not been completely confident about what's going on here, you know? Guess games must be platinum since going gold means nothing. Management is the problem, plus the scope got in the way, out of hand. Money is on stake. Poor devs working this project. Yeah, I mean, they'll be compensated nicely for their work, but yeah, they said that going gold. So this is their explanation or damage control of going gold, right? So when a game goes gold, back in the day when a game went gold, there was no patches in games, right? So on the PS2, Xbox, and GameCube, you know, even on the Wii, when a game went gold, it was done. There was nothing you could do because you weren't going to be able to patch it. So it actually meant that it was done. Now in today's day, what gold means is that, yo, pretty much everything is done, right? Like the content, the story, everything's done in there. But with the ability to patch games, you're able to work on the game in between that time, right? You're able to work on that game in between that month time before, you know, printing discs and all that stuff like that. So therefore, the age of going gold does not mean that you're done completely, because most games have a day one patch. Almost all games have a day one patch. Nintendo games included. A lot of games have a day one patch because they do work on it after in that month period or whatever the case is. So their justification was like, oh, well, you know, we do a lot of work in between afterwards, you know. Where some other developers, it's nowhere near as bad. It's like little light things here and there. Maybe they found a little bug or whatever. But this is like, yo, we need a full 21, 3 weeks on top of already it being gold. So it's like double gold, you know what I'm saying? Like platinum or something like that. They needed basically 2 months for the gold work to be completed afterwards. So that means it shouldn't have went gold when it went gold, right? It should have went gold at the end of this month, and then it would have launched in December. So it went gold too early. You know, it went gold too early. We should at least get a demo that the journalists got to play after this total shambles. I think that would be a nice gesture, for sure. I think that'd be a nice gesture. I think Ghost of Tsushima would always have been in the Game of the Year contingency, even if this game came out at the same time. But I think that The Last of Us Part 2, if we're talking about the Game Awards, The Last of Us Part 2 is gonna win it. Let's see here. Imagine the size of the day one patch. It might be a large day one patch, Garnix. That Mr. Cyberpunk. We're on the Cyberpunk delay talk, Devon. We're talking about it right now. We're getting you guys' thoughts. Demo with save chances would be nice. A demo with save chances would fix everything, but did they make a demo? If they didn't make a demo for it to be consumed on the PSN or Xbox Live, then it's not coming. Because then they'd have to make the demo now, and that would take some time. That would take a month. You know how it is, Indie Gamer. You're a developer. That demo would take a while. Or they'd have to get extra work done for that demo. So if that demo wasn't already planned, I don't see there being a demo. Because it'd take them multiple weeks to make the demo, and by then the game might already be out or almost coming out. So yeah. Yeah, I know you know, but I mean, a demo would be nice, but cross our fingers that they were already planning a demo. Now, if they were already planning a demo, then we can see it, we can see it. I think the combination, though, of poor planning and lack of focus from the devs, they admitted switching mechanics multiple times for Cyberpunk, so that has to be a factor. Yeah, that's a factor as well. Yeah. Unfortunately, the crunch culture is really predominant. It is. Here in Portugal, older people see crunch as dedication to a company, and leadership expect it from everyone. Yeah, they also expect that, I think, in Japan, too, that a crunch culture, and just like, not just video games, but lots of different industries. Even here in America, crunch culture is a thing. When I used to work Fortune 500 companies that hire college athletes, right? So let's talk about certain businesses. Rental car places, sales places, recruiting. These people target athletes that are competitive and put in hours and hours and hours of work, right? That's why I worked for a lot of these different types of places after I was done with college. And crunch culture is like you're expected to work 10, 12, 15 hours every single day. Like, it was just an expectation. I went to work at some of the car rental places. I would wake up at 6 a.m., I'd get there by 7 a.m., and I'd leave by 6 p.m. And that was the normal day. It wasn't a 9 to 5, it was a freaking 7 to 6. And then at the other recruiting job that I had, it was a 7 to 7 or 7 to 6 as well. And that was expected. If you left early, everybody looking at you like, what do you do? Like, did you hit your numbers? What's going on here? I mean, it sucked. It sucked dookie donkey balls. Like, I hated that crap. It sucked, dude. It was dookie. It was trash. It was absolute garbage. Bro, I'd rather go back and live with my mom. Like, I'd rather go back and live with my mom than freaking go back to work for one of those places, bro. And I'm serious. I'd rather go live with my mom or live with my sister in an extra room and be a bum than go back and work for one of those places, bro. I'll tell you that right now. I don't care how much they pay me. Shout out to NES Questions with 100 core crystals. It says too long, didn't read, set realistic goals. My people, yeah, for real. I'm just saying, bro, I'll never go back to work for those car. Hell no. I'd rather work for fast food or somewhere else and just do this on the side or whatever the case is, or side hustle, Heck no. Yo, what's up, Mr. P.O.? How's it going, my boy? Good to see you here, man. Welcome. Sorry that it took me a while to say hi to you. I just saw you right now. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream, dude. How you doing today? We talking about Cyberpunk delay. We having a little bit of fun, too, while we're at it. What's up, Tommy Raiku? What's good? Those kind of work environments were bad because it pitted coworkers against each other. Oh, absolutely. I told you guys the story, or maybe some of you guys didn't hear, but I told you guys stories where I almost punched my coworker, right? When I was working at this car rental place. Yo, it was about to be, let's say two people, it was about to be like two people in ties, looking like makeshift Mormons, fighting each other, you know, and in this little box square office at a freaking Chevrolet dealership, bro. We were about ready to fight, dude. Like, it was rough because it was very competitive. And it does pit you against each other, but then it also says you guys are a team. So it's like that's why they get athletes, right? They want you, like your teammates, like when you play football or when you play basketball, you compete against your teammates, but they're still your team, right? So that's why they always hire athletes, or they want to hire competitive people, because you're competitive, but at the same time, you can be a team player too, you know? Which is fine. All sales jobs and stuff like that are very similar. Fortune 500 companies are very similar to that, you know? Yo, Ahmed, and also I think it's EUCLXD. Yo, thank you guys for the subscriptions. I appreciate that. Welcome to the Elite Ninja Village. Thank you for the subscriptions. Well, TGA just got interesting. Age of Calamity makes the cut, might win. I don't know. No Warriors game is winning. It's gonna be what's it called? It's gonna be. I don't think it's even going to be nominated. If Astral Chain and Fire Emblem Three Houses weren't even nominated for Game of the Year, Age of Calamity is definitely not going to be. Age of Calamity is not. But it's still going to be a fun game. Tommy Riker says, or better yet, call off one time and they send you home 2 days in a row. Well, not where I work. No, not in the places where I work. Because you were valuable to them as a worker. Like, if you're not there, they don't send you home the next day. Like, oftentimes, if you're burnt out or if you need, like, they will help you with that because they know the job is draining. So it's very different. Like, at these places, like, there's times, like, for example, that fight that I almost got into, I didn't even get in trouble. I got written up for other things that were minor. I almost knocked this dude out, and I asked them, I said, well, what if we fought each other? They said, oh, well, we would have just got you guys in here and did the same thing. They weren't going to fire any of us. They weren't going to fire. I didn't even get in trouble. I didn't get written up. I didn't get fired because they know that's kind of the culture that happens, you know? Yo, Notre Dame, thank you so much for becoming Elite Ninja. Let's go, Elite Ninja. Hype! Let's get it. Yo, my boy, Notre Dame, thank you so much for the Elite Ninja pledge. 311? Yo, can we up it to 315 today? Let's hit that goal, boys. We got the extra bonus streams coming for you guys. So let's go. Thank you so much, Mr. Notre Dame. So you guys give some Senengans in the chat. In Japan, it's true that some people die from exhaustion. I mean, not just Japan. People can die from exhaustion here, too. What's up, Troy Perry? Welcome. Thank you. I'm glad that you like the new screen layout. Shout outs. It's cool. I like it. Let's see here. You should definitely play Astral Chain. Cyan, right? You should definitely play it. It's really good. No Warriors game will ever make the Game Awards. Not even Zelda. Name will change that. Yeah, I don't think any Warriors game will. It has to be a phenomenal game that just does, like, the Western press isn't gonna nominate. Like, now Japanese press, absolutely. Japanese press, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity will definitely, you know, get some more nods. Like, for example, in Japan, Smash Brothers like cleaned house, right? Sakurai got like a award, like he got like lifetime achievement. Here in America, the press treats Sakurai like trash. You know, like not like trash, but the press don't give him love like they give to Kojima, like they give to the God of War dude, like they give to some of these other guys. He doesn't get that type of credit. Now he gets that credit with fans. But the press, they don't play Smash Brothers. You know what I'm saying? The press already stopped playing Smash Brothers a long time ago. So that's why Smash Brothers doesn't win anything. Smash Brothers never wins anything. Family Game of the Year or something like that. They'll win something little, but it does, for how good the games have been over the years, it doesn't win anything, you know? But in Japan, it wins all sorts of stuff because the press stopped caring about Smash Brothers, you know? They just cover it because it's clicks, you know, because it's hits, it's money for them. But at the end of the day, none of them give a damn about Smash Brothers. You know, a lot of the press do not care about Smash Brothers. It's just a super fan-driven game, you know? The fans love it. The people love it. That's why Sakurai is treated like a rock star here amongst the fans. But amongst the press, they don't look at Sakurai like that. You know, they're just like, oh, he's just the guy that makes the Smash Brothers game. And that's why he never gets any type of accolades or anything, you know, from the Western press. Let's see here. The press straight up fraudulent and a bunch of morons. I mean, I wouldn't say all of that. I'm just saying in general. There's definitely press that do, you know, give Sakurai the credit that he deserves. But let's just be real here when you look at all of it. Did it in one fighting game? It won fighting game of the year based off of default. Think about it, guys. Do the people in the press actually care about fighting games? They nominated Jump Force. The Game Awards with all these, they nominated Jump Force. It's a fraudulent award to begin with. That's not saying anything. They nominated Jump Force. Like, you can't give any... They obviously don't care. They don't care. If you nominated Jump Force, you don't care. They just saw that it's a fighting game and clicked OK. They only clicked Smash Brothers because they know the name, not because they play the game or care about it. Let's just be real here, guys. Let's just be real. And that's the reason why they don't say who voted for what. Oh, they don't want people coming after them on Twitter or anything like that. Okay, who nominated Jump Force? Nobody wants to say who put Jump Force on the ballot. Okay, y'all a bunch of frauds when it comes to fighting games. No, I can't take anything that you guys say seriously. I couldn't take anything that they say seriously anyway from last year. Let's hope this year is a pivot. But after last year's Control/Death Stranding debacle, I'm definitely looking at all these people sus. They all imposters. You know how it says, who's the imposter among us? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all of them. I'm looking at all of them as imposters right now at this point. So, yeah, man. How many fighting games were actually released that year, though? Enough to where Jump Force doesn't need to be on the ballot. Zoom. Enough where Jump Force doesn't need to be on the ballot. Let's see here. You seem chill. Yeah, what's up? Good. Thank you. Hey, Lemur, thank you for the follow. Also, Boiling Corpse, thank you for the follows, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for following. How you guys doing today? Kill Lock Kill. Yeah, they didn't nominate Kill Lock Kill. Power Rangers, they didn't nominate Power Rangers. Yeah, those games should have been on there above Jump Force. You know? Heck, I'd even say like My Hero. What wasn't like My Hero One's Justice? Or was that 2018? Even that game's better. There's gonna be music performances, Shadow King. There's definitely gonna be music performances. What's up, Freddie Mercury? Destiny 2 is the only game that has been nominated on the Game Awards 3 years in a row. That's like the best ongoing game, right? One Justice was 2018. Okay, 2018 for One Justice. Then One Justice 2 was 2020, right? Power Rangers went under the everybody's radar, but looks like a pretty good fighting game. It is a pretty good fighting game. Maximilian Dude was playing that game like crazy, and I watched them play. I think LTG played it a little bit, but not as much. But Max loves the game. Like, he made it look really good, you know? So yeah. Jump Force has a lot of nuanced storytelling. It's ahead of its time. A destruction of the notion that a game has to be good makes you rethink what is quality. Okay, it should have got the nod over Jump Force. Anything should have got the nod over Jump Force. Another delay for Cyberpunk. Yeah, Cyberpunk got delayed to December 10th, so 3 weeks. Chivalrous Chris, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Shout outs to all the Twitch fam. Yo, you guys gonna let this Twitch fam beat you guys out on subscriptions? Yo, if you're watching the stream and you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Let's go, man. Gonna let the Fire Nation pass you guys up. The Elite Ninjas on YouTube. So yeah, I meant any music performance should be from nominees, not random music that has nothing to do with the awards. Okay, I agree with that. They should definitely have music from like the musical performance should be from the video games, which they've done that before. I think, didn't they have like 1 year where they had like a dude in a guitar from like playing a guitar from like Red Dead Redemption, was like 2018 or something like that. But then like last year they had like, what was it, like Green Day or something like that? Like Green Day coming out and like every single day we're out here. Like, I don't know, some stuff like some nonsense, or what was it, like Weezer? I don't know who it was. It was like some band, you know, like some like band was playing. I'm like, okay, this is garbage. Like, not that Green Day's garbage, like they're a good band if it was them or whoever they got, but they should definitely get somebody from the actual games, you know? Get somebody from the actual video games. Hell, they brought back a subgenre because they forgot to nominate Three Houses for the category. They merged it. Yeah, that's true. They forgot to do, like, it's, well, they put strategy. They brought strategy back, which my issue is it's a freaking RPG, dude. Like, they're putting it with Tropico and Romancing Three Kingdoms or some. I'm like, bruh, this should be in there with the other RPGs. Like, what's going on here? You know, like, what is going on? But whatever, you know, whatever. My Little Pony fighting game. There was a My Little Pony fighting game. It's called Them Fighting Herds or whatever. Like, yeah, that game was really good. But did that game launch last year? Was that a last year game? Was that a last year game? What's this about Cyberpunk? What even is this upcoming game? Shadowbreaker, do you not know what? Are you totally confused on what Cyberpunk is? Do you not know what it is? Just go Google Cyberpunk real quick, then come back. Jeff Keighley needs someone to check his work. Dude, that's what the freaking board of directors, that's what they put the board of directors there, to check his work. So I think this year will be a lot easier for him because there was less games that are confusing, right? So I think it's pretty much cut and dry. Okay, like the game that reviewers, that the press liked the most this year was The Last of Us Part 2. The Last of Us Part 2 is the clear front runner for Game of the Year from the Game Awards. Because there is no, it's a graphics game, it's PlayStation, everybody played it, it got the best review score for major games, so therefore it should be pretty clear cut that The Last of Us Part 2 wins the game of the year, you know? It's pretty clear cut that is. Ghost of Tsushima is a great game. It's really good, and I think that it's going to be nominated along with it. I think it's going to be nominated in there, but it's pretty clear that The Last of Us Part 2 was the best game according to a lot of these journalists and these developers or whatever, or these journalists, right? So therefore, I don't need to see any nonsense. I don't want any. That game should win. If it doesn't win, once again, I have problems. I have problems. Not because I think it was the best game of the year. Not because I think that. Because once again, you have review scores, and then you have what actually happens. Then all of a sudden, things change up dramatically. Like Control. Control was just an okay game when it launched, but now all of a sudden, it's the most nominated game of all time. More than Breath of the Wild. It's one of the most nominated games of all time. More than Breath of the Wild, more than this. It's like, no, y'all didn't give it that praise when it came out. Now all of a sudden, it's this amazing game in the same year that Nintendo has games that reviewed way better and that fans liked way more. Now all of a sudden, Control and Death Stranding are like the greatest games of all time when Nintendo has games that clearly are reviewing way better. See, I had a problem with that. But now this year, obviously the review scores aren't there for Nintendo's games as much. They had a lot of games, but the review scores aren't there. So I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it taking a backseat. I'm fine with that. But it better be the games that reviewed the best. You know what I'm saying? It better, Last of Us Part 2 better win. It better win, you know? Sebastian Guerrero with the $5 says this year maybe an easy decide for the Game Awards, but next year will probably be much harder. Probably. Thank you for the $5 though. You know? So let's go. Last of Us 2. OJ is right. Yeah, I mean, I think in everybody's hearts, Ghost of Tsushima would be like the winner, right? Because it didn't have the controversy. It didn't have, like, it has hella gameplay, more gameplay than The Last of Us Part 2, right? It has free multiplayer DLC. Where's the multiplayer for Last of Us Part 2? Missing, right? So, I mean, in the hearts of gamers, Last of Us Part 2 is probably game of the year for a lot of people out there. You know, like the core gamers. Kind of like how Sekiro was, I mean, Sekiro ended up winning, But I think there's a controversy with Sekiro. Sekiro won because they didn't want, look, this is super tinfoil hat, okay? Sekiro won because they didn't want to, Jeff Keighley and the people on the board with Kojima, like all the controversy surrounding Death Stranding, they're like, no, we can't have this game win. Because by all accounts, Death Stranding should have won Game of the Year because of the nominations. This was the most nominated game of all time. More than the most nominated game of all time. Or right up there. So by all accounts, if it's nominated in this, it should win Game of the Year, right? Sekiro was nominated for far fewer things. But Sekiro won Game of the Year from the Game Awards. Okay, so what does that tell me? They wanted to avoid a big major fallout on controversy if Death Stranding won. Jeff Keighley, conflict of interest, fans going nuts on them all over social media, the show being looked at as a joke by many people if Death Stranding won. To me, that was the reason why. There's no way that you nominate it that many times that everybody says this is literally the best game that came out, and then all of a sudden Sekiro wins. Come on, you know, come on. Like I don't see, like, Death Stranding should have won based on where I think the people voted, but there had to be a Keighley intervention. There was a Keighley intervention. Something happened to where Sekiro got the dub. You know, personally for me, I would have voted obviously Super Smash Bros. That was the best reviewed game of the year. I mean, obviously sales don't matter in this, but it was the best selling game for that year. In that sales don't matter at all, so who cares? Let's just throw that out. But it was the best reviewed game. I think Smash should have won, personally. To me, it was the most complete game when it comes down to, like, what it offered to fans and everything. But that's fine. It doesn't win. You know, some people say, oh, it doesn't have a single-player story. I think Click said, like, oh, the reason why Smash can't win because there's no single-player. But Overwatch won, you know, that has no single-player. It has a bunch of movies that you can watch online or something like that for single-player, but not actually in the game like a real single-player. And there was, like, no content in that game when it launched. It was, like, just, like, 2 different game modes. You know, like, and that game won Game of the Year 1 year, back when 2016. Like, I was shocked at how little content Overwatch had when it launched. Like, I was like, is this it? Is there anything else? Like, there's, like, nothing else. There's, like, no content in that game. That won Game of the Year. Blizzard. There you go. But, if you're looking at it, this year should definitely be Last of Us Part 2. You know? Definitely Last of Us Part 2. The only thing I care for TGAs is the new announcements. Yes, me too. Jeff Keighley is happy about the delay so we can give the Game Award to a Sony movie. Last of Us Part 2, there's actually a lot of gameplay in there. There's more gameplay than The Last of Us Part 1, that's for sure. Like, The Last of Us Part 2, gameplay-wise, crushes The Last of Us Part 1. It's not even close. It's not. A lot of you guys look at the trailers and look at the reviews. If you play The Last of Us Part 2, there's hella gameplay in there. I actually really like the game. I think it's good. The problem was just the whole Abby thing. Outside of Abby, the game's really good. And even as you play as Abby, it's fine. The pacing and the way that they put the game together was horrible. Like, the way that it was structured was absolutely god-awful. It was just horrible. They didn't do it right. They did not do it right leading up to it. Like, I've said this before, but the Left Behind DLC should have been Abby DLC. That should have been Abby DLC. So you introduce us to Abby, who she is, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we know Abby. She's a character. Okay, she's somebody that could cause some problems. Okay, I'd have no problem with The Last of Us Part 2 if Abby was introduced in a better way. But all of a sudden, there's just this muscular, huge chick that's just killing everyone and wreaking havoc in the first hour of the game. Like, that structure is god-awful. The gameplay is great. The gameplay is fantastic. The gameplay is really good. I love the gameplay. The gameplay is really good. It's got skill trees. It's got amazing, better stealth than Ghost of Tsushima. The stealth in The Last of Us is Metal Gear Solid level good. With the AI, like, they can hear and they've got dogs sniffing out your track. I mean, it is good. The AI is fantastic in that game. It's not like the best AI ever, but it's better than a lot of current games that come out. The stealth is great. I love the enhancements. I love the upgrading and stuff like that. Like, there's so many good things about The Last of Us Part 2. The graphics are mind-blowing, phenomenal graphics. The Last of Us Part 2 looks better than most of these next-gen games that are coming out. It just has lower resolution. You know, there's so many good things about The Last of Us Part 2. I think it deserves Game of the Year based on the gameplay alone and the reviews that it got. But just for me personally, the structure was the issue. So yeah, the structure is god-awful. The gameplay is great. What? Yes. Hey, okay. Mega Sasori and VC, you guys stop arguing with each other. What are you guys doing? I agree, but how can a game win Game of the Year if the story's terrible? No, the story... Well, wait. Here's the reason why. Let me answer your question. The story has moments of being good. There's tension. There's build-up. There's moments of it being good. When you accept what happens at the beginning of the game, it gets good. You're like, okay, this sucks, but I'm gonna play. You're playing through, the story's fine, you're going through, everything's like, okay, things are going along. Then all of a sudden, Abby barges her way through. And then it sets you all the way back. So it's not that the story's bad, because everybody finished the game. That game has a very high completion percentage. People wanted to get through the story. It was just the structure of the story. And if you understand what I'm saying, like, it's not a bad story overall, but the structure and how they did the story was trash. Does that make sense, guys? Like, I enjoyed what I played, and the tension and the build-up and the voice acting and the characters. There's good, like, story. There's a lot of things, aspects of the story, right? And the voice acting is phenomenal in The Last of Us. Like, they've got great voice actors. They've got great lip syncing. They've got great moments. They got great set pieces. The story is good, but the structure's bad. If they structured this story better, it would have been better. It feels like part of it was a good story, and then, like, they rearranged things that made things bad, you know? And once again, if they would have introduced Abby in DLC before the game came out, the story would have been fine. If Abby was introduced as somebody that Joel killed, and Joel killed Abby's dad. It was his fault, by the way, but Joel killed Abby's dad. And if they gave us DLC where Abby knew who it was, found out, did some research, and set it up, maybe, then okay, I would have been completely fine with it. But the setup was horrible because Abby comes out of nowhere, you know, and that's my biggest problem. She didn't even, and then the set pieces with Abby, she didn't even question why Joel did what he did. It's not fair, you know. And when I'm talking about fair, I mean story-wise. It's not fair to be sitting here for how many years now? Last of Us Part 1, 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 7 years of us knowing Joel's cool, blah, blah, blah. Yes, we know Joel did bad things. Yes, they tried to say that, yes, Joel was a bad person, but we didn't see all that. So you needed to introduce Joel doing bad things, us seeing that. You needed to introduce Abby and all of that beforehand. They failed at doing that. Therefore, they rushed the scene in for their dramatic suspense or whatever, and it fell flat on their face. That was the biggest problem with The Last of Us Part 2. The story would have been fine if they showed us doing bad things with Joel, and if they showed Abby. That's all they had to do. Show Abby and show Joel doing bad things. Okay, maybe you don't feel as sorry for Joel. Okay. And then even, let's say they don't do that. Can Abby ask, why did you kill my dad? Why does she grab a shotgun and blow his leg off in the first 2 seconds after Joel saves her life? By the way, I'm not upset with this, guys. I'm just being animated for the stream. Why does she blow his leg off? That is ridiculous. You have to be a cold-hearted individual. Yes, if somebody kills your parent, you're going to be upset. But even if that was to happen to me, And if that person just saved my life and clearly doesn't know who the hell you are, why would you grab a shotgun and blow his leg off? Why would you do that to him? Why would you ask him what happened? What did you do that for? Listen, let me give you guys a story. Let me give you guys a real life story. There's a football player by the name of Warwick Dunn, okay? Some of you guys might know who he is. He was a long-time football player. A long-time football player. It doesn't matter if from Abby's perspective, that he doomed humanity. She was mad about that he killed her dad. If he didn't kill her dad, she probably would have never seeked him out like that. So don't try to shift them where it was. Stop it. Listen, there's a guy named Warwick Dunn. He went face to face with his mom's killer. His mom was a security guard, okay? And and a guy killed her at her job. She was unarmed security guard. She was killed. Warwick Dunn went face to face with this guy. He could have lunged at him and maybe tried to hurt him and whatever the case is. But you know what he asked him? He asked him, why did you do what you did? Why did you kill my mom? Why? Like, you gotta at least ask. If you want to kill him afterwards, that's fine. But the fact that she didn't even ask what happened after Joel saved her life, I find that to be ridiculous plot, ridiculous setup. If somebody saved my life, I'd have at least a glimmer of emotion of humanity in myself. You know what I'm saying? Of a soft spot for somebody that just saved my life. And I would at least give them a chance to answer than to blow his leg off. Like, I really didn't like the fact that she took a shotgun and blew his leg off that quickly. Now, if she did it afterwards, after he answered and blah, 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 you know, okay. But that's too much. That's way too much too early. This is at the very beginning of the game. That's way too much. It's a really bad setup. I don't find it realistic after somebody saves your life. I don't find it realistic. A psychopath, only a psychopath would do that. She doesn't even know why he did what he did. By the way, Abby's dad attacked Joel. Joel wasn't even trying to kill Abby's dad. All Joel wanted to do was get Ellie out of there from them killing Ellie. That's all he wanted to do. He wasn't looking to kill those doctors. Abby's dad got in Joel's way with the knife. He started it. He could have easily been alive if he simply just backed up. You're not gonna kill Joel. He has a gun. You don't. What are you doing with the knife? You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's his own fault that he died. It's his own fault. She didn't even confirm that it was the same Joel. He could have done some other Joel or something. She did confirm because she had been doing recon, or she had been getting solid leads and recon. But once again, Frank R., the reason why you don't know that is because they did a poor job of explaining the lead up to what she was doing. But she was doing recon. She had been talking to different leads, and she had found out for sure that was the Joel in that area, what he looks like and everything. But once again, poor job of explaining what happened. You know, very poor job of explaining exactly what happened. But regardless of all this, Last of Us Part 2 should be Game of the Year. It's got the scores. Last of Us Part 2 is Game of the Year. So it should. It should, but we'll see what happens. It should, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, and I guess she confirmed that once she heard those names, and like, of course, like Tom, yeah, the Tommy's brother, but we have no idea how she gained that intelligence. Like, we have almost zero idea how she got that, where she found out, how, like, that, which is just dookie booty, which is just dookie. OJ should win Game of the Year. I broke it down the best way. I broke it down. I still love the game. I still think Last of Us Part 2 is amazing. I'm going to replay the game again, but I'm just waiting to play it on PS5 to see what upgrades we get, like maybe 60 frames per second or whatever. So I'm going to play the game again. I'm definitely going to play the game again. But I held off on playing it over just because, like, I wanted to play it over again, but I was like, let me just like wait, because the New Game Plus is really good in the game. And there's good reasons to go back to it. But I'm like, you know, if I wait for PS5, maybe we get 60 frames per second. Kind of like I waited to play The Last of Us Part 1. I didn't play that on the PS3. I played it on the PS4. And I played The Last of Us Part 1, Left Behind DLC, and The Last of Us Part 2 all in 1 week. It was like all in go. So I think I have a very good, at least my opinion, is all based on everything. It was fresh, right? I didn't have, you know, other people had 7 years, but like, you know, I was kind of speaking for other people with that. But I had seen The Last of Us. I had covered The Last of Us. I kind of knew a little bit about the game. I did play the game back when it first came out, but I didn't beat the game. I only got to the part to where like you hang upside down with that crazy guy, like where you're shooting upside down, and that's not that far into the game. That's like only like a few hours or whatever. I forgot what his name was. The gay guy, I think. So yeah, that guy. That like makes like builds like somebody in the chat probably knows what his name was. He builds like he's like he lived like in a town by himself, and he would build all sorts of stuff, traps and stuff to keep people out. Yeah, Bill. There you go, Bill. Yeah, Bill. I only got to the part where back in 2014, because I actually bought a PS4 for The Last of Us Part 1, and then I started playing. I'm like, I don't think I like this. So I think I played it, and then I played it recently before The Last of Us Part 2 came out, and I still didn't like it that much, but I really liked what I saw from The Last of Us Part 2, so I was like, okay. But the story was really good, though. I think The Last of Us Part 1 story is fantastic. It's actually really good. It's much better than The Last of Us. And the structure, the setups, you know, Joel, like, you know, like you see Ellie kind of replacing his daughter, but not really replacing his daughter. Like he had the will to not let another baby girl die. Like there's so many ties, right? Because if you've played The Last of Us Part 1, The Last of Us Part 1, his daughter dies in his arms, right? So he's trying to get out, the outbreak happens, his daughter dies in his arms. They just get shot. And there's no way in hell, and that's the buildup. There's no way in hell Joel is gonna let another girl, which was around the same, I think they're around the same age. Ellie and his girl are around the same age, right? There's no way in hell that Joel is gonna let another girl in his care die. And that's the good structure, the pacing. It doesn't matter if Ellie was gonna be able to save, like he was not gonna let Ellie die. You know what I'm saying? Like that, he wasn't gonna let it happen, you know? And that's why I think The Last of Us Part 1 has such a great story in the pacing. Like, even though I don't like the gameplay that much, the gameplay's okay. It's not bad. But Last of Us Part 2 gameplay is way better. But yeah, man, like, that was great story, great pacing, great callbacks to what was happening, you know? So yeah. What's my game of the year? Persona 5 Royal, but, I mean, like, that doesn't count. But if it could count, it would be that game. Or it would probably be like, I have to wait and see Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I have to wait and see on that game. That game's looking like it could be my game of the year as well. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, obviously I can't put that as game of the year because that's a game that re-released, but those would be to be honest, those re-releases would be my game of the year. So my personal game of the year would be Persona 5 Royal or like Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. You know, those two games were like my top games. Last of Us Part 2, Final Fantasy VII Remake, all of those games would be in the conversation as well. Final Fantasy VII Remake would probably be above Last of Us Part 2 for me. So right now, like, you know, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Persona 5 Royal, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. We'll see how that game turns out. So those are kind of the games that I'm looking at right now. And like Last of Us Part 2 would probably be like in the discussion as well. So yeah. Sorry, I was rambling for a really long time. A lot of you guys were tagging me. I feel if Kratos dies as players or Arthur's, everyone would be angry. Maybe. But why did they get all surprised or shocked if they had research and con? Wouldn't have seen the pick. Well, maybe because I don't know, man. Maybe just because. Well, they weren't surprised once they actually got them in there. They just wanted to confirm. Like, they confirmed it once they actually had them in that room. My money is on Doom Eternal for Game of the Year. Nah, I don't think Doom Eternal's gonna win Game of the Year. Nah, I don't think it will be. But you never know. I think it could. I don't think it personally will, but it's possible. I think it's gonna be in the conversation for sure. Unfortunately, the game is still played with people thinking that it's too political and filled with SJW and move it to stuff nonsense. But that's Eagle's Lair. That's the freaking crazy gamers. The press didn't think that. I mean, Resident Evil 2 Remake was nominated for Game of the Year last year. It was, but the difference between Resident Evil 2 Remake and Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, which I got wrong, is that it wasn't a full remake, like a full, complete remake and everything like that. It wasn't that. Same thing goes for Persona 5 Royal. It was not a full... Persona 5 Royal was just a enhanced port of the game. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition was it was an enhanced port with some things remade. So it was kind of like a hybrid, you know? Some stuff was completely remade, some stuff wasn't. So you can't completely put it in there. Whereas Resident Evil 2 Remake, it was completely remade, you know, in terms of graphics. So yeah. What's up, Super Saiyan Bone? D is going to be at least nominated. DE. Okay, Doom Eternal. Okay. Doom Eternal, I think it should be nominated. Yeah, it should be nominated in there. But I think Last of Us is going to win it. I'm going to go ahead and give the nod to The Last of Us. But we'll see. We will see. All right, so let's go and get into Q&A, guys. If you guys have questions, I have answers for you guys. You guys can tag me at PlayerEssence, hashtag PlayerEssence, or just PlayerEssence by itself, and I'll be more than happy to answer all of you lovely people's questions. Thank you guys. Also, real quick, guys, for those who haven't watched the videos, please make sure that you're hitting the notification bell, okay, guys? Like the bell. Speaking of bells, please make sure that you're hitting the notification bell, okay, guys? Please make sure that you're hitting the notification bell to make sure that you guys get all of the videos as soon as they drop, okay? Make sure also check that you're subscribed to the channel, because sometimes, for some reason, it doesn't subscribe you guys or unsubscribes you guys. So please make sure that you guys are subscribed, and make sure that you hit the notification bell for videos when they drop. I did say 11 o'clock for videos, guys, but that's, I mean, it seems like people don't care what time the videos come out and all that. So videos will be uploaded or will be released as they're ready. So please try to have the notification bell, just daily videos, guys, okay? So as they're ready, they'll drop. Today was earlier than, or today was not earlier than 11, but I think yesterday I did videos earlier than 11. So when videos drop, they'll be up, you know? So just check the channel daily for videos, okay? Check at least twice a day. Check in the morning, check in the night. There you go. Check twice. Check in the morning, check in the night. There you go. So yeah. All right. So let's see. I'm saying this is a hardcore Metal Gear fan, but people seem to complain about the Last of Us being political, but will willingly play Metal Gear or COD, which is as political as it gets. I mean, I don't really see what's like. It's not about political, like politics, like with like government politics, which is what I think Metal Gear kind of does. They're talking about like political with like SJW stuff, like rights, you know, stuff like that, like laws, you know, things like that. So it's a different type of political, but that's stupid. That's not it at all. Some people are just crazy. Like when I played The Last of Us, I wasn't thinking, there was no SJW stuff. Like people tried to pit it. It's just, there wasn't any, I didn't see really any of that, you know, like I didn't see too much of that. But then again, I'm different, I guess. I don't know. Can you tell Megas a story about the development cycle of Kingdom Hearts 3? Yeah, it was like 14 years or something like that, right? It took forever. What do you want to know about it, though? What does he want to know? But why can't you tell him about it? Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to win for sure. That's not true. I don't think that's going to win for sure. No. Final Fantasy VII Remake is not going to win it's not locked in for Final Fantasy VII Remake to win. It's not by any means. No, I mean, it could, but it's going to win for sure? No. I don't know about all that. People just like to be mad about something. Yeah, I think I think people were mad about what happens to Joel. I think, and then they tried to, you know, snowball it into other things, you know? I think that was like the biggest problem that people had, you know? Yeah, not so much the game, but the marketing was politicized. I guess, whatever. What's the language? What's the language? We got kiddos watching. I don't think the servers for Marvel vs. Capcom 2 are still online. You think Cyberpunk 2077 is going to live up to the hype? I hope it does. I have the same thoughts as you, Young C. I hope it does, dude. I hope it does. I love pizza too, but I can't eat it all the time. It makes me fat. No, it's all good, Mr. Souls. Like, it's all good. You didn't know. I always watch on the Spawncast. Haven't tuned in here yet. Hey, Mr. Souls, like, thank you. No, you're fine, dude. No, it's all good. It's all good, man. We're not gonna. Nobody's gonna ban you or anything like that. No, you're okay, man. You're okay. No good. No need to get. So yeah, you're good, man. Don't worry about it. But thank you for watching, man. I appreciate you tuning into the stream, dude. I really do appreciate that. Shout outs to the Spawncast, one of the best podcasts on the internet. So I'm glad to be part of it. I see us doing the Spawncast forever. Let's see. Honestly, I never understand what politics means in The Last of Us 2. I don't live in the U.S., though. I never understood those weird terms. Yeah, you know what? I live here, and like, the problem with it though, Mr. P.O., is that people like listen. This might get me in trouble, but a lot of people here in America are misogynistic. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people here are crazy. Like they're a lot of guys. They're like crazy dudes that like try to make everything into like conservatism or being conservative about something, not political conservative, but like video game conservative, you know, and like want to make everything like, oh, they're trying to make a statement about what's going on, because there's a lot of stuff that goes on in America with rights of you know, of different types of people and stuff like that. And anytime a developer wants to include more races or include more genders or include different types of people, oh, you're making something, oh, you're trying to be SJW, like every single time, you know what I'm saying? Like every single time a developer does that, you know, like that's what these dudes, it's the same crazy dudes that get online and say stuff. You know, for me, I didn't see any problem with it, you know. I didn't see any problem with it from what I've seen. I didn't see any problem. I have a problem, which you guys heard, with the actual story, the plot, the issues with the game. But I'm not sitting here and talking about how everything's so horrible and bad and they're SJW this, SJW that before we even play the game, you know? There's nobody can label me as a simp. I got a hotter wife than anybody out here that would label me as a simp. So that's the people have tried to label me as that, and I'm like, on Twitter, people tried to label me as a simp before, like with Miss Click. I'm like, what are you talking about? One, I've dated your mom. She's not that great. And two, I got a hot wife. There's no simp here. Bruh. So nobody can label me as a simp. Come on, the first 30 seconds or so of the first trailer shows her kissing her girlfriend. And what's the problem with her kissing her girlfriend? And by the way, if you play the game, that happens at the end of the game, not at the beginning of the game. In terms of when you see that scene, because they flash back. Okay? So what? So what? She's kissing her girlfriend. And the girl that she dated, Dina, was with the guy beforehand. And they ended up having a kid. And Ellie and Dina end up taking care of that kid. Because that guy dies. Because of Abby. Like, I mean, who cares? And so what? Are there not girls? Do girls not kiss girls? Is this something new? Oh my gosh! A girl's kissing a girl! Oh! How is that SJW? Because a girl's kissing a girl? Dude, there's straight girls that kiss other girls. What's going on here? Or girls that identify as that kiss other girls. What is the problem here? Dina's bi. Ellie's gay. So who cares? What's the problem? Um, I don't see what's the problem with Ellie and Dina kissing. By the way, they kiss even more. There's a full-blown, not nude, but full-blown more than kissing scene. There's like a hot and heavy scene at one point. So they do more than just that. So, big deal. Oh well. There's a natural way to handle it. You don't need to shove it in. What are you like? See, look, you're one of those crazy guys, Philip. You're crazy. What do you mean there's a neutral way? What do you mean neutral way? What? Explain to me the neutral way to handle it. Like, what does that mean? Well, how is that virtue signaling? Because a girl kisses a girl? What? What? So if it was a guy kissing a girl, is why? Okay, so wait a minute here. Are you saying that somebody, if they're gay, that it's virtue signaling? So that's not a normal thing. It's something different. So that's not something that people can do. Because if it was a guy kissing a girl, you probably wouldn't. There's no virtue signaling, right? There's no problem. But if it's a girl kissing a girl, there's a problem? What's the problem? This seems a little bit homophobic to me. Because I don't understand why it's shoved in your face if a girl kissing a girl. So if it was a guy kissing a girl, is that a problem too? Wait a minute here, Philip. He says no. It's the way developers executed. What's wrong with how they executed it? What's wrong with that? We've seen scenes where a guy kisses a girl at the beginning. I don't understand why it's virtue signaling and why it's shoved in our faces. There's been scenes where guys kiss a girl at the beginning, where it starts with something like that, or they show that first. Is that a problem? No, fam. No, you're one of those crazy guys too. You're one of those crazy guys too online, dude. You're one of those crazy guys that anything that's not seen as the norm, right? All of a sudden it's virtue signaling, it's this and that, it's all this nonsense. You know? No, bruh. No. Because we know good and well that if it was a guy kissing a girl, you wouldn't have said anything. Don't tell me you would have said, don't tell me that there's no virtue signaling with that. I've never heard somebody say, oh, you're virtue signaling when a guy kisses a girl. No, fam. No. Listen, you're allowed to have your opinion, and I'm not gonna ban somebody or time them out for their opinion on something like that. But I can't get behind that. Because I can't get behind that because we've seen scenes with guys kissing girls at the beginning, and like Final Fantasy VIII, there was like one of the beginning, they showed that where it's like a love story or whatever the case is, and that was in the early scenes of him and the girl, Squall and the chick or whatever the case is. So nah, fam, I can't sit here and say that it's virtue signaling simply for them showing at the beginning, and it was a transition. It transitioned from her kissing, from Ellie kissing Dina to her freaking slicing somebody's neck. And basically what that shows you is the struggle and the dynamics of what was going to happen in the game. So I have no problem with them showing that. If Ellie said, I'm going to do everything this way because I'm gay, and that was her only motivation, then it's blatantly pandering, but kissing is an act of romance. That ain't it, Chief. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. This is not some type of gay revenge story or something like that, or lesbian revenge story or anything like that. It's really not. Okay? It's your dad essentially killed my dad, so therefore I'm going to go back and kill you. You know what I'm saying? That it's a revenge story, but there's not any type of virtue signaling or SJW thing with them showing that. All that scene showed was the dynamics of what was going to happen with Ellie. You're happy at the beginning, things are okay, and then things turn bad very quickly. In a hurry, things happen and things turn bad. So it was a cinematic transition to what you could expect in the game. You know what I'm saying? It was a cinematic transition of the game. I don't have a problem with that. That was actually handled very well. And to be honest, Dina and Ellie's story of them and their love story and their whatever is actually very good. It's actually not bad. It's actually well executed. Dina actually goes with Ellie and they work as a good team together. And I'm gonna spoil the game for you guys. So if the game's been out, so if you haven't, I'm spoiling it. And then Dina ends up being pregnant by her ex-boyfriend, which you already knew, when they're already set out to Seattle to go try to find Abby. Like and that's what I'm talking about, like the story. That stuff's great. Dina being pregnant, her finding out that she's pregnant right then and there, Ellie not knowing. The jokes that they make, you know, in between that, like, okay, well, you know, it's not yours. Like, she says, like, oh, well, it's not, you don't have to worry, it's not yours. Obviously, Ellie's a girl, can't happen. So that stuff is fantastic. That's why, okay, I like the story. This is good, you know? And then her getting really pregnant and sick and throwing up and having to stay at the little hideout that they have, and Ellie having to go on her own. Like, all that stuff is great. Tommy, her ex-boyfriend, coming in, all of you guys being in the same place. Ellie feeling jealous because because she's there. I mean, there's just, dude, there's a lot of cool stuff about the story, even after you get past the whole beginning part of what happens to Joel. That's why I said it's good, and then there's bad structure at the same time, you know? That's why I said not so much the game, but the marketing. The marketing didn't have any, but there was no problem with the marketing. There was no problem with the marketing of what they showed there. There was no problem with that, though, in my opinion. There was no problem. But then again, like I said, that's fine. We can agree to disagree, I guess, right? That's fine. And they don't do anything, any pandering to being gay. They're just normal. Yeah, it's just normal. It's just normal. Like, it's not like they made Ellie. I mean, Ellie's a tomboy. That's pretty clear. But you find out Ellie's gay, and see, this is why I said that they should have had Abby too. Because in the Left Behind DLC, you find out Ellie's gay. She's gay from a very early age. She already knows she's gay when she's 13, 14 years old. So you already know Ellie's gay, which is fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that she's gay. You know, who cares? But you already know. So it's like, okay, they set it up. Okay, so if you played the Left Behind DLC, the marketing that they showed wasn't a problem because you already knew Ellie was gay. So I don't have a problem with that scene. If Ellie has a girlfriend, well, in the Left Behind DLC, she kissed, there was the black chick that she kissed, you know? So there was no issue there, you know? So you already knew. That was fine. I mean, even if we didn't know, and they just let us know there, that would have been fine too. But it was like, okay, yeah, Ellie kissing a girl, no problem. Yeah, because we already knew, because she kissed a girl in the Left Behind DLC. The marketing didn't have that. Plus, they intentionally hold off on the game. Plus, it was M-rated. Yeah. Yeah. I don't like Abby either, but it is what it is. VC and Megasasora, y'all need to stop. Y'all both need to just stop and drop it. Let's see, the marketing wasn't virtue signaling. It was just a quick way to establish Ellie's relationship to a new character, Dina. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I liked her gameplay sections, but not her. Yeah, but they shoved Abby down our throats, though. This has turned into the Last of Us Part 2 podcast. They shoved Abby down our throats because, like, Abby, they tried to make us like Abby, but there was nothing that I was going to do to like Abby. Now, some people ended up liking her, but, like, you know, like, the dynamics. Okay, Ellie blowing dogs' heads off. You know what I'm saying? Abby petting dogs. You know, like, it was just like, I don't know, like, Abby, meaningful relationship that blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's just like, there's too much back and forth. Like, I get it, but it could have been executed a lot better. Like, it could have been executed a lot better. But yeah, her gameplay sections, I'm not a fan of her flashbacks. Her flashbacks were lame. But her gameplay sections were all right. She has like some, like, she can punch you in the face and like hurt you. So that's cool. That's a pretty cool skill tree. So yeah, her gameplay sections are fun, but not like her flashback sections aren't good, you know? Kieran says The Last of Us Part 2 is a lot of fun, but nothing I'm rushing back to play. Again, it was like Return of the King, had about 15 endings. Okay. That nonsense with the dog is such a forced way to trick feels out of people. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I will admit that they tried to make us like Abby, like way too hard. Like, they tried to make us like Abby, like to see her point of view, but they screwed it up because they never introduced Abby beforehand, and she killed Joel way too quick so it was already screwed. Like, she was already, in terms of her, from the minds of a lot of people, she was already screwed. Like, they tried, but too little, too late. You know, there was no way that I was gonna like Abby, you know, in the game. There was no way I was gonna like her. You know, no way that I was gonna like Abby. And I still don't like Abby. Even, like, they tried really hard. They gave her a little companion that she looks after. They made her do anything to help that girl. She got cat. I mean, they try even to the very end of the game. To the very freaking end. And then on top of that, she bites off Ellie's finger. Oh my god, that pissed me off even more. Oh my god, she freaking bit Ellie's fingers off. Not all of them, a few of them. That really pissed me off when she bit Ellie. I'm like, you're kidding me. And she bit Ellie's fingers off? Goodness gracious, man. Like, it made me hate her even more. Like, how are you gonna sit there? And on top of that, when Ellie goes back, Dina leaves. So then Ellie just gets super screwed. Like, Ellie's just, like, super screwed. She lost Joel. She lost her kid. She lost her wife. She lost a couple fingers. Like, dude. Like, Ellie's like Kenny from South Park. Freaking Abby kicked her ass at the end of the game. Like, Abby beat her up and pretty much killed her. Abby killed one of her friends. Like, dude. But then again, Ellie did kill some of Abby's friends. Well, a lot of Abby's friends too. But still, the whole point is this, man. Like, Ellie gets screwed. You know? Ellie gets screwed. Ellie definitely got screwed. It was horrible. It was horrible. The ending of that game is god awful. I can't stand, like, what happens to Ellie. It's bad. But then again, it's like, whatever. It's just a video game, you know? At the end of the day. Well, she did ask Dina for it and told her not to go. That's true. She did. Dina begged her not to go, and Ellie still left. And I don't know why. I guess because she was having PTSD. She was, because of Joel and knowing that Abby was still alive. But I think that it's dumb because when she went to go kill Abby again for the second time, she didn't even end up killing Abby. So if you're gonna go there and risk everything that you got to go kill Abby, go kill Abby. She let Abby go. So that's dumb. So she threw away everything for no reason. So is she still gonna have her PTSD? You know, is she still gonna have it? Because Abby's still alive. She was having PTSD because Joel's death. Okay, so you want to go finish your fight. Okay, go finish your fight. Oh, but then you let Abby live. So is that still gonna be there? All you did was lose your wife and kid. So it was a pointless mission. It was pointless. You didn't even go finish the fight. Exactly. Imagine going through all that, and then you lose your fingers in the process. Not all. I think she lost like these two, or was it a thumb? I think she lost these two, and then you lose your fingers. So you lose your kid, you lose your wife, you lose your house because nobody's there. So you leave. You lost Joel, you lost your fingers, and then you let the person leave. That like, what's the point? I feel like the casual gamer wasn't upset by it. Maybe the hardcore player were looking forward to the story. Wasn't upset with what? Yeah, L's all around. Oh, definitely not out here fighting for her friends. Well, she was kind of. She was kind of. Also, Abby did try to kill Dina, and then Abby's friends even thought she went too far. Yeah, because and the only reason why she saved Dina was because they said Dina's pregnant. That's the only reason why Dina and the baby didn't die, was because they said she's pregnant. You know? But the fact that you go there and then you're Abby barges into your, first of all, she finds, first of all, okay. Let me tell you something, another problem. Ellie, when she goes to try to find Abby, Ellie drops the map to their hideout at where Ellie, or where Abby's supposed to be, their little hideout that they have, and kills Abby's friends and a girl that was pregnant, right? A girl that was also pregnant. Ellie kills them, but that's because they wouldn't tell Ellie where Abby was. If they would have just told them, then Ellie probably would have left and not killed them, but then they tried to hurt her because they weren't going to give up where Abby was. And then Ellie drops her map to the hideout. That seems like a very rookie mistake that somebody that's as seasoned as Ellie is would not make, dropping her map that leads them directly to the hideout. Like, come on. Come on, dude. Like, really? Ellie drops her map? What? Ellie drops her map? Dude, come on. And Abby just, oh, there's a map, that's where they are. Come on, man. Come on. Like, that was just lame. That was just lame. Oh my gosh, she can't even play the guitar anymore. The last thing, she can play the guitar. You play the guitar before, at the end of the game, you play the guitar, and then you leave Joel's guitar there, and then you leave. But at the very end of the game, you play it one more time, and then you leave it there. Contrived, yeah, maybe. Also, Joel's death was poorly executed in Cyrus. Oh yeah, I said at the beginning. Yeah, it was. They tried to make Ellie seem like the bad guy, but failed so bad you can't pull something like this out of nowhere. They expect to go along with it. They tried to. I think they tried to put equal blame on them, right? So like, Ellie kills people that's close to Abby. Abby kills people that's close to Ellie. Like, they try to go back and forth, right? So they try to make it seem like that like there is no right person. There is no right or wrong. You know, that's what they try to do in the game. They failed. But that's what they try to do in the game. Now, some people might disagree with me. Some people think that they probably did a good job with that, you know? But I think they did a very poor job with that. But they try to make it seem balanced because Ellie kills a pregnant lady. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's because they attack her and they don't tell her what they was. But like, Ellie does kill, but Ellie doesn't know that the lady's pregnant though. Ellie does not know that the lady is pregnant. But you know, whatever. But they should have just told her. They should have just told her where Abby was. You know. The whole story just sounds dumb with this game. It's just there's just some poorly executed parts, but the story, some parts are good. Deadass, they need to retcon it badly before they decide to make a 3. She goes through all that trouble just to take a massive L. So many contradictions. Yeah. I personally would retcon it. Yeah, I would definitely retcon what happened. But then again, like, you have a lot of egos. Neil Druckmann, he does have an ego, so there's no, and like, I don't think Sony would sign off on that as well. Like, Sony wouldn't sign off on that. But I personally would retcon Last of Us Part 2 100%. I would redo it. I would just say, hey guys, we're gonna redo it, and we're gonna make a whole different thing, and please just take this instead. So like, Dragon Ball Super instead of GT. You know how GT is not real? You know, that's like retconned. Like, that's not what happens, right? So I think we have the Last of Us Part 2 Super. Let's just call it that. I would retcon the whole thing, and I would redo it and like make it a whole new game. You know, I would, this Abby thing, get rid of it, get rid of all of that. There's no way in hell they're gonna do this. But personally, me, I would blow Last of Us Part 2 to smithereens. I would blow that game to smithereens and just same gameplay, but redo the whole thing. But there's no way in hell they're gonna do that. Like that's not happening. So there's no point in me even saying it. They can just start with new characters. Yeah, if they do Last of Us Part 3 or a new Last of Us, it's going to be new characters. It's not going to be Ellie. It's not going to be Abby. It's not going to be these characters. It's not going to be any of them. It's going to be a different part of the US. It's going to be a different people. It's going to be a completely different thing. It is not going to be, you know, Ellie and all that. The Last of Us 2 Super, yeah. Same, I would also not release something like that. Yeah. I mean, they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna retcon it. But I mean, I would. I'd retcon it. I would make it to where Joel and Ellie are playable. I would just you could even take Abby in the story, but you could just rearrange it to where it makes sense. I would make, if Joel's gonna die, make him die at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it to where Abby and like you and her crew and your crew have a shootout or have issues. Like, make it, and then like it ends up being like, let's say, you know, Abby versus Joel, Ellie versus somebody else, and then Ellie walks in or tries to go save Joel, and at the last second, Abby kills Joel, and then you have to try to kill Abby from there. Like, I would do it that way. I would set up a dramatic encounter like that. I would have not done it at the beginning. That's what but then again, like I said, that's just me, and it is what it is, guys. So it's like whatever. Let's see. If they retcon it, they need to get rid of Neil Druckmann and a better writer. Yeah, I mean, Neil Druckmann would never let them, because he's too, like I said, Sony wouldn't do it either, though. It's not just Neil Druckmann. Sony wouldn't allow that type of thing to be done, you know? So what we're talking about is like some type of, it's nonsense, guys. It's not going to happen. If this was what, if this is what the PS5 fans hype up, I'll just stick to being hyped for Spider-Man Miles Morales. Oh, no hurry, get a Sony system and play this game. What, Last of Us Part 2? It's good. It's still good. The game, like I said, this game's still good. The game is fun to play. So, but poorly executed story parts, not game of the year contender for me. Look, and you know what? That's a perfectly legitimate argument. We've been in random Q&A for like about a good 30 minutes now. GT was good. The problem was the English dub ditching the Black Star Dragon Ball hunt. GT wasn't that good. I mean, it was all right. There was definitely its moments, but compared to Super, it's pretty bad. Am I not correct? Right? I think I'm compared to Super and Dragon Ball. Let's just say, let's take all the sagas. Let's take Dragon Ball Z, or let's just scrap that. Dragon Ball Kai. Dragon Ball Kai, Dragon Ball Super, and Dragon Ball GT. GT is definitely near the bottom. I would say Kai and Super at the top, and then you can put Dragon Ball maybe in between those two. So I would probably say GT, Dragon Ball, Kai, then Super. In terms of how good. Or you can rearrange Kai and Super. Those two can be interchangeable, I think. Yeah, you can interchange those two, because Kai's really good. Because they get rid of all the for like 10 episodes. It's all gone. It's all bang, bang, bang. It's all story. It's great. Dragon Ball Kai is phenomenal. It is absolutely amazing. If you have not watched Dragon Ball Kai, watch Dragon Ball Kai. Watch the Dragon Ball Z Kai. Watch it. It is so good. They get rid of all the filler. All that's gone. And it's all... They cut down all the for like 10 episodes and all that stuff. It's so good. You just get through the story, man. It's fantastic. Kai, yeah, removes all the BS. It's phenomenal. So I would say that Kai and Super, maybe you put Kai in front of Super, because Kai's there's just more story elements to Kai than Super. But either one of those two, they're interchangeable. I think they're both extremely good. But GT is definitely at the bottom for me. The original Dragon Ball, is corny. It's not. There's a lot of lame parts with the original Dragon Ball. I mean, maybe GT's better than the original Dragon Ball. Maybe I would say maybe it is. Like I don't think I wouldn't argue against that. But like I said, out of all the sagas, I would say that Dragon Ball GT is definitely in the bottom half. You know. But I miss out on Goku learning to drive. That's true, but you get way more action. GT is not even canon, so I don't really count it. That's true. You don't have to count it, and I know it's not really canon, but they kind of retconned it, and GT was kind of like canon until they said we're gonna do Super, because they never said GT wasn't canon. It was just done by a different production team and all that. Just like they never said the only thing they said it wasn't canon was when they wanted to do Dragon Ball Super. Once the Dragon Ball Super came back, oh okay, yeah, GT's not canon. GT's not canon. But there wasn't like anything before them saying, okay, yeah, GT 100% not canon. This is not how it was, you know? Once Super was coming, like, okay, yeah, GT's not canon, you know? I thought they did say GT wasn't canon long before Super was in the picture. Did they? Okay, then I missed that. Okay, if I'm wrong on that, but I don't recall them saying GT's not canon. Like, I don't recall them ever speaking on it. I don't recall them speaking on it at all, you know? But if they did, that's my bad. It's just that, yeah, Toriyama had no hand in GT, but I don't recall the IP owners saying GT's not canon. You know? They said it wasn't canon with it wasn't canon, it was canon with Dragon Ball Z anime. They said it wasn't canon, it was canon with Dragon Ball Z anime. What does that mean? Not the manga. Okay, so it was canon with the show, but not with the... See what I'm saying? Like, it's like mixed... That's like mixed bag. So it's canon with one thing, but not canon with the other thing. Like, they didn't even know. You know? Super's canon to the manga. Okay. Super had its own set of issues, though. Power scaling doesn't make sense in Super. Okay, but everything... Like, nobody said, like, Dragon Ball Kai is perfect. I didn't say Dragon Ball. I didn't say any of them are perfect. I just put those two at the top. Never said anybody. No, I mean, nobody said it was perfect. But I don't even care about this whole power scaling or sense that you're talking about. I don't even care about that. All I care about is the action and like the story setups and plots, and that was fine. I'm not thinking about power scaling. Like, who gives a damn? Like, just as long as there's cool fight scenes, I'm good. You know. What field of martial arts, OJ? Kickboxing, kung fu, and mixed martial arts, like wrestling, grappling. I don't have a specific timeline for when it was said. I do remember them saying way before Super was planned. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll have to go double check and look into that. Who's your favorite character from Super? Mine is Hit, as you can see. Well, that profile picture is really small, young CA, so I didn't know that was Hit. And that's your profile picture. My favorite character from Super? Probably Android 17. Probably Android 17. Android 17 at the end, what he does there, he's really dope. But I've always liked Android 17. So yeah. Android 17 and Hit's cool. I do like Hit, yeah. So those would probably be my two favorite. Would be Hit and Android 17. Android 17 being my favorite. Even though he's not in a lot of it. He's at the end, but still. He's awesome. Super Saiyan 4 is better than Super Saiyan God mode. We don't know because Dragon Ball, what's it called? GT isn't canon, so there's no scale to it. You can't tell which one's better or not. It's not canon. Yeah, Android 17 is dope. Yeah, he's cool. Let's see here. Oh, what you don't like? The 15 episodes of Goku and Frieza just yelling at each other? Yeah, I don't like that. Did you see any of the Netflix anime announced yesterday? I saw a post on it, but I didn't look at the names or anything like that. I didn't look at the names, but I'll check it out for sure. I'll probably have it like in an anime news roundup at the end of the week. Super Saiyan 4 is just a monkey. But the Saiyans are... Wait, Super Saiyan 4 isn't just a monkey? it's they're channeling their innermost Super Saiyan like of like ape pride to get like fur on them and stuff like that, and the tail. But they're not, it's not just the monkey. Only part of GT I really enjoyed was Super Saiyan 4. I think it's dope transformation. Yeah, what Super? I think that Oob is great. I think that Super Android or Super 17. I think that's great too. Those are both great. Speaking of Netflix anime, have you watched Dragon's Dogma anime? No, I haven't. Not yet. Not yet. Maybe I'll check it out. Yo, thank you for the follow too, Just Smell, and shout outs. Appreciate the follow. Yeah, Netflix announced like multiple different animes. What about Fat Majin Buu? That was alright. Yo, Abaddon Smith, thank you for the gifted gifted sub to Zeus Deep. Thank you for the gifted sub, man. Appreciate that, Abaddon. Shout outs to my man Abaddon gifting them subs out there. Appreciate that. What are we at on Twitch? Okay, 50 subscribers on Twitch. Nice. That's not bad. Not bad. Yeah, it's unfortunate that we didn't get to see Oob and Super, but no, there's no way that we can see Oob and Super because Goku uses the Dragon Balls to reincarnate Boo, and Oob is a baby. Oob is a baby, so there's no way it would be. It'd have to be several years in advance for them to have Oob in there. He's too young. He's a baby. Yeah, he's too young. I think because Super takes place right after the ending, right, of Dragon Ball, like right after it takes place. So yeah, Oob he might not even be completely reincarnated yet, you know, with his parents and all that. So we have no idea where Oob is or what he's doing, you know. A JoJo spinoff is coming to Netflix? What? A JoJo spinoff? Is it really? Okay, I gotta cover that. Oh, yeah, it is. So it's called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Thus spoke. Hold up. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan, is coming to Netflix. Okay, that's why you guys were asking me about that. Okay, so it's Rohan. It's Rohan from JoJo Part 4. To truly capture the ways of the world, this manga artist will scour the globe for inspiration. All 4 episodes of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure spinoff, Thus Spoke Kishibe Rohan, make their debut in 2021. Okay, yeah, I definitely got to cover that in a video and get more of my thoughts. So yeah, that's from Diamond is Unbreakable. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely going to cover that. So yeah, I want to do like 1 anime video per week so far. So let me get like all the good information for the week. Because like a lot of good anime stuff, like good anime news, it usually takes about a week to get it all. So let me get some more anime news, then we'll cover it and I'll get my full thoughts about it. So, okay, I like Rohan. Let's see, it's actually an OVA from last year. Yeah, he has his own manga series. Okay, but it'll be cool to actually see it animated and everything. Yeah, keep in mind, Pan was a baby when Oob comes into the picture. She's a few years old. Yeah, that's true. Yep, yeah. All right, take it easy, Tommy. No, Shams is not here. You can tell if Shams is here or not. I don't think she's here, even though her name pops up. I think she maybe fell asleep and like she left the computer on the stream to give me the view number or something like that. But yeah, no, she's sleeping. This has to be the first season Patriots don't win their division, or better yet, not make the playoffs, make it to the dance. The first season? No, they've not won their division before. Right? But in terms of playoffs, yeah, the last time they didn't make the playoffs, I think was the year that Tom Brady got hurt. So that was like what, 2000, like, it was like 2008 or 2009, or something like that, or 2005, 2006, 2005, something like that. I know it was like mid 2000s or something like that. That was the last time that forgot when, but yeah, Tom Brady got hurt. They didn't make the playoffs that year, even though they went 11-5 that year. They still didn't make the playoffs. They didn't win the division, so they didn't win the division that year either. So, but they went 11-5 though. Inuyasha has a sequel going on as planned on Crunchyroll. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna talk about that too. Check Twitter. All right. Hold up. We'll check out this video real quick. All right. Shout out to Christian with another animation here. Naruto inspired, heavy inspired by Dragon Ball. Naruto has its own thing. Can't wait for the next official JoJo animated. Yeah, Stone Ocean. We need that Stone Ocean. Yeah, David Production has been busy with a lot of stuff. Hey, yo, that was good, Christian. That was awesome, man. Yeah, that was dope, dude. Good stuff, Christian. Like always impressive to see your work. Always impressive to see your work. JoJo Part 6 can't come soon. It's not gonna happen anytime soon though. Yeah, Soul Eater get a reboot? Soul Eater? Soul Eater's good. I watched the whole thing back in college, I think. It's good. It's good. It was 2008 when Tom Brady got hurt. They missed the playoffs. There you go, 2008. Did you notice what place that was? Yeah, I did notice it a little bit. Looks really good though. Looks really good, Christian. Just from watching the Golden Wind 4 episodes in, and I think that it might just from watching the Golden Wind 4 episodes in, and I think it might be the best one, but it has the least interesting JoJo. Josuke? The less interesting JoJo? Okay, yeah, wait till you get to part 5. No, Josuke opens up a bit more. You start understanding who he is and everything. Things get a little bit. Josuke is actually very interesting. He's a very caring person. I don't want to spoil anything for you, but no. You'll see more personality from him. We're talking from the anime, guys. We're not talking from the manga. We're talking from the anime. So they're not on her yet. There's no anime past part 5, okay? So keep that in mind. We're talking from the anime part up to part 5. Sometimes it takes like more than like the manga to kind of see, because like you can't, without voice acting and without animation, sometimes you can't always fully express a character the way that maybe that you want to. I know they've done that before, you know, in manga, and they do a good job, but for some people they need that actual animation to really kind of get a comparison between them. and see how things are. So for example, let me give you guys a perfect example. So in JoJo Part 5, there's the scene. You guys know the scene that pops up whenever somebody does a super chat here, right? So this scene right here, hold up, so I can give you guys a reference. So this scene right there, you see the guy drinking the wine? In the manga, that never happens. Now, them beating the crap out of somebody, that happens. But in the anime, he sips the wine first, right? So it gives you a little bit more about the personality, about how somebody is. So there's little things here and there. But in the manga, that never happens. They just all like, it just shows them just kicking the crap out of that guy. But in the anime, it's like funny because he's just like sipping the wine, and then it goes to it, you know? So there's little things here and there. And this has happened in Naruto too. There's certain things that happen, especially in the fight where like teams, where Shikamaru goes to get revenge for for his teacher, like Asuma. He goes to get revenge. There's little things that they add in there to make that fight way better too, and give you more personality in terms of what each character is thinking and stuff. So while, yes, I agree, you can get the full scope of kind of how a character is, like it doesn't take away, but sometimes it adds a little bit more that can be the edge overall, between maybe one character that you like more than another. So I would personally like to wait and see to where they're all animated and they added everything that they're going to add and then make a decision from there. That's why I'll only go up to part 5 for me. Josuke's my favorite JoJo. Oh, Josuke's great. Josuke's great. Josuke's really good. Wait, okay, I'm missing just from watching Golden. I think it might be the best one, but at least but has the least interesting JoJo. So it might be the best one, but has the least interesting JoJo. How did I miss it? Just from watching the Golden Wind. Okay, you watched Golden Wind 4 episodes in, and I think, okay, so yeah, the way that you phrase that is just the structure is weird. Just from watching Golden Wind 4 episodes in, and I think it might be the best one, okay, comma, but has the least interesting JoJo. Okay, so you're saying Golden Wind has the least interesting JoJo. Okay, so you're saying, okay, got you now. That the structure of that sentence threw me off, J2. I had to break it down a little, read it a little bit slower. Giorno. So you think Giorno is the least interesting? Yeah, that's a fair assessment. As I wear a Giorno shirt. Didn't you call Giorno? Giorno is a little bit boring, yeah. I do like him, but he is a little bit boring. Yeah, he is a little bit boring. He doesn't really... I want to be a gangstar. Okay, good for you. Like I'm gonna kill everybody and get to the top. Okay, he's just there is a little bit of a lack of. It's great. First of all, let me just say this real quick. JoJo Part 5 is amazing. I think it might have one of the best, or if not the best, story and meaning. Like at the end of the day, what do you take out of this? JoJo Part 5 probably has the best in terms of what can you apply for real to your life, like the meaning, right? The ending of JoJo Part 5, I'm not going to spoil it for those who haven't seen it, but it's, to me, one of the best, if not the best JoJo ending because of the meaning of the story. Now, in terms of the character, yeah, maybe not so much, not that interesting. I think that Jonathan and Joseph and Jotaro, or maybe, and even Josuke, are way more entertaining or different, and have more personality. Although Jotaro's just a douchebag, So, the guy from the Persona 5, the artist, he's a bit boring. What does that have to do with anything? I like his stand and motivation, but I'll have to keep watching. Yeah, like his stand is great. His stando's great. The story picks up. So the thing about it, J2, you might not like it until the very end. That's the funny thing. When I was watching the show, I didn't really love it, like super love it. I was thinking, this might be the worst one until the very end. The very end ties up the whole thing. So you have to watch, I mean, you have to watch every single episode to the very end, unfortunately, for it to tie it all up and for you to say, oh, and then it makes you think way more than the other ones. Probably, I haven't thought that much about a JoJo story in terms of anime, not manga, in terms of anime since like part 1, probably. Since part 1 was crazy, right? What happened in part 1. Because you're just figuring out about everything and what's going on. So I haven't thought that much in a while in terms of it, you know? Part 3 was just... part 3 was an American cartoon show and like comedy. But part 2 was obviously, it's interesting. It gets more interesting because it shifts to America, but you know, there's also, there's a lot of cool stuff. The funny thing is that Giorno has the strongest stand out of all of them. Probably, but I would say that Josuke's stand Star Platinum is pretty damn good too. Star Platinum is pretty damn good. But Giorno's stand is kind of broken though. Yeah, you're right about that. Let's see, he lacks a spark in personality. Yeah, he does lack a spark, but that's okay because the people around him are very, like, animated, right? Like, Abakio and all the guys, like, Mista, like, they're all very animated. They're, like, for what he lacks, the rest of the cast is really good, right? Like Tarancha or whatever his name is. Like, they're all really animated and funny and say stuff. So the fact that Giorno isn't necessarily that charismatic or whatever, it's okay because everybody else around him is very charismatic and talks a lot and says certain things and have their personalities and stuff like that, you know? So that's the cool part, you know? Yeah, the party he's with picks up. Yeah, exactly. It picks up the slack for that, you know? Especially their stands, because their stands are all very different. You know, you've got Dude Zipper Man, you know, you got Zipper Dude. You've got a dude that flies a freaking drone. You got a drone flyer. You've got a guy that can basically is like a freaking rewind cassette tape player, can rewind and like watch things. I mean, and Mista's got a freaking pistol with bullets that can like shoot. He got a gun with bullets that can like ricochet and move each other. It's like they're all very different. So their stands are all very different and unique, more so than some of the other stands in previous JoJo's. So it makes up for that. Like the wackiness of the stands make up for that, right? So yeah. It all makes up for Giorno just kind of being... I think if Giorno was crazy, it would be too much, right? So if Giorno was super crazy and all that, it would be too much. But it also makes sense, you know, that Giorno isn't super crazy because of I'm not gonna spoil it, but because of who Giorno is and his bloodline, let's just say, it makes sense that he's not super crazy, right? Like the way that it's like the way that he was raised and like what happened to him. So it's fair. You know, I think it's fair. Yeah, he's calm, collected, strong, and you know, so then that's fine. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that Netflix spinoff though. I want to see those episodes. The Rohan guy, he's cool. I like the Rohan artist guy. I think he's cool. So that should be fun. Should be a lot of fun. All right, though, guys. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and end the stream right here before we continue. I thought I said I was gonna be able to stream again later, which we might still stream. It just depends on what work I can get done in between. So if I can get all my work done and probably take a little bit of a break, I'll definitely stream again later tonight. So if you want to come back for the night stream, if I can't, then I'll make sure to put it out on Twitter. So make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at PlayerEssence. I'll put out an update saying, you know, that I can't stream tonight because I do have a lot of work. Ocean Horn 2 I gotta get that video done. I gotta get a couple other things done as well. So I thought I'd be able to stream tonight, but work just piles up. Whenever I say I need to be able to stream, I have like 3 sponsors hit me up and say, hey man, what do you think about this? So I'm like, oh god, more work. So yeah, so I might be able to, I might not. So I'll give you guys an update on there. It says wait, don't end. Wait, what's wrong? What's going on, party man? You got something you want to tell me? All right, I'll answer a few more questions then. Let's see, do you know all their stands are based off songs and albums? Yeah, somebody did kind of I remember them talking about that on a JoJo forum. So yeah, but I don't care. Okay, party man with the $3. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you. Okay, that's what you were. That's what I thought you were gonna tell me something, party man. Party man with the $3. Arigato gozaimasu. Says, are we going to celebrate Mario Odyssey 3-year anniversary? I know you probably. I mean, I didn't talk about it today. Okay, so how about this? If we do a night stream, I'll definitely celebrate it. If we don't do a night stream, we'll talk about it tomorrow. We'll talk about it tomorrow. But thank you for the big $3 because of the the 3-year anniversary of Mario Odyssey. So if we don't talk about it tonight in tonight's stream, we'll talk about it tomorrow for sure. Talk about it tomorrow for sure. All right. Shout outs to the party man. Shout outs. Also, Elite Ninja, especially Pure Eyes. If you guys have certain topics that you guys want me to cover for the stream, feel free to tag me on Twitter or DM me. Like, yo, OJ, like, I'd like you to cover this. Like, you know, if you're a Pure Eye or if you're like Roundtable, Pure Eyes or Roundtables, you guys can DM me about topics if you guys want me to cover something. All right. So you guys can always do that. So yeah. All right. So I think that wraps it up now. That wraps it up. Okay. So if you guys would have told me, I just totally forgot about the whole Odyssey anniversary. We would have maybe talked about it if I would have remembered. But all right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching today. I do appreciate it. Nice, almost 3-hour stream, 2 hours plus, 2 hours and 40 minutes plus stream. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure you guys check out my most recent video on the channel. If you haven't already done so, please make sure that you check it out. We're talking about Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity demo. Get my thoughts on that, my full thoughts, and also get my thoughts on Cyberpunk 2077 delay. Also, I talk about King Rome potentially being playable as well. So, guys, support the videos, support the support the regular edited videos, man. Hopefully, YouTube can get my channel on track a little bit here. So, support the videos. Make sure you subscribe. If you're not subscribed, then make sure you also what's it called? Enable notifications too. Shout outs, Van Osdale. Shout outs, man. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and we will see you guys for the next one. Peace. Oh, and thank you to all the supporters today. Shout outs to Shamsa. Shout outs to Party Man for the donation. Sebastian Guerrero. All the new Elite Ninja. NES Questers for the 100 core crystals. Kazoka for the big donation as well. Chris, thank you for the tune-in tier. Thank you guys so much. The Vendetta against Shamsa. You guys are all amazing. You guys help keep the show possible. So thank you guys so much for supporting the show. All right, guys. Bye.